Goat barely missing top 8 of RBT7, so they've got a lot to prove here. We'll see what they can do.
Indeed. Well, here we go. 8 to 10 chapters of Left 4 Dead 2. Do not start yet, as we have been baited into a pause. And that is really that.
Hey, Rico.
And here we go. We're going to go live back into the action. And now we'll go with the opening hit. It's going to be a tri-cap with the boomer. Ellis is still not moving. Okay, he has returned. And we'll wait for one hit before we do roster rundowns. We'll see what that boomer, smoker, charger, and jockey can do. With that opening hit and all, we'll let you take it away as we begin.
All right. Of course, we got a late tank here on Chapter 1 of Open Road. Survivor's going to be wading through the swamplands to start off their foray into the grand finales here. We got the charger set up above. Smoker setting up around a brush. Boomer behind. Jockey set up right next to that charge. They're going to send it in. 2 over top. Smoke does connect. Gets cleared quick. Jockey on the head. Boom doesn't come in. Charge not able to connect either. They do send out that Boom smoke blast. Boom finally finding Ellis on the back line. But Goat mops it up. Keeps pressing forward.
Yep, they just lose a couple of percentage, not much. There's actually quite a bit of common coming from behind. There's actually over a dozen zombies back there, but I don't think it's going to impact where they're pushing forward to. I think they want to get inside before they have time to hit on the transition in here and all, and they are in. And now those commons are starting to catch up, and they're not slowing down. The hunter lands from behind. The jockey misses. The charger stumbles Sawa 2 times. So the hunter stumbled him and the charger stumbled him, but out of the spit. And aim takes quite a bit of damage. And for Goat, we'll have Sawa, Linux, Healy, and aim. And why don't you take away Hokori now?
All right, we got Shockwave, Yaft, Zyko, and Grizz, that classic comp. We did have Celeste and RBT7, but not on the roster here for IOC. That dumpster was a little bit too close for comfort. Long-range dumpster. Shockwave on the Hunter does spawn in behind, just hopping around. Boom gets popped. Rochelle does take the damage. And what a second hit, MK. They got about 4% on that first hit, but had a great sack order. Turned it into 10%er there on the follow-up.
Yeah, it was not bad at all, but actually, if you check this out, this tank managed to get both hittables in play. He still first passed 100% and all.
Ooh.
Both toys are going to be brought into play here. He can position them the way that he wants. He has plenty of time. He is still keeping sight. They might even go for a hit. I don't know now. Let's see. They're going to try. They're going to send the hunter in from... Actually, the hunter finds a target and takes the smoker, or the charger's guy. The smoker pulls, gets quite a few slaps. And believe it or not, with those 3 SI and all, the rock doesn't land, but they do get an additional 5% before he commits.
Yeah, with all that tree line, it's tough to hit rocks, although it is absolutely possible. Zyko still here, first tank for Hokori. He drops down to 75% frustration, but still plenty of time to play with. I wonder if they go for some more of this rock action. Like you said, got those dumpsters set up decently, not exactly. Okay, he's going to send in another one. Jockey Hunter. The rock gets dealt with, but the jockey does land on the head for a moment onto Rochelle, carrying her away just for a moment, getting some chip in as well.
And so far they haven't hit a rock, but they have gotten a little bit of percentages each hit so far. I think that's almost a total of 10% with 2 SI hits going in. One being tri-cap, one being 2-cap with Boom. Boom does land. I didn't see the sack order. Did they get Boomer again? No, they're going to have another tri-cap. He's still first pass, 25%. Let's see what they choose to do. Hunter is going to spawn and make some noise. He has lost 6% of his health. He has not decided to go for the second one yet. They're going to go for a third hit. The smoker gets cleared. The rock lands. So does the charger. No slam, though. And oh my goodness, no. So far, they have got 3 hits with this tank, and it has done 16% damage. What a turn of events here, and going great so far for Hokori, I would say.
Goat had done a really good job of juggling skeeting tank rocks as well as dealing with the SIs. They had let a couple percentage through, but that is going to be a massive 8%er with Zyko getting the frustration reset. Gonna have a Hunter Jockey Boom here. See if Zyko, he does want it again. They spawn in. Hunter Jock hopping through. Does get skeeted out. Doesn't look like the rocks were able to land, but still, I mean, Goat is starting to sink a little bit.
Yeah, they actually didn't take much from that one. The Rock tries to... Ooh, that was close to a hitbox from far away. He almost did land that with his commit. He's actually going to trade a couple HP, but it looks like with them sacking the Boomer there not, I think they're content with waiting for whatever spawns they get next, and they're going to send it in because Zyko has lost over 10% HP, and I don't think he wants to roll in there with under 5k.
Yeah, good call. They've done a great job at knocking down Goat's health lines, really softened them up. And it does look like we're going to have that commit as Zyko is eventually going to drop down. He goes second pass here momentarily. Yes, he does. And is just going to be hitting those dumpsters in.
Ooh, that one was really close. All right, that one's kind of out of play now. He's going to have to choose to roll, and he punches Nicky, bounces off the hill. Oh, they hit him. Oh, my goodness. Ellis almost eats it, but he misses him. The jockey's chasing Ellis. The jockey lands. The charger misses. He gets his first punch there, another punch there. And now the tank's kind of left alone chasing. The charger gets a fist, goes for a dumpster. And I think this might maybe one more punch if he can catch Ellis. And no, he will not. Miracle dumpster coming in. No, off the tree, and he will be deceased. But what a tank coming out there. They started at 86%. They managed to get it down to 46% bonus total. But 3 pills are popped now. The map progression is halfway through, and they have 410 left.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Zyko kind of got stranded there with a couple thousand HP and not much he could do it with. But the damage getting locked in. That being said, this first chapter, not very long. They are going to find a hunt spit onto Nick. Boom. Okay. Onto Nick as well. Smoker pulls. But the thing is, still 357 bonus on the board. Not a ton of chapter left to traverse.
No, they're going to try to... I think they're going to try to push this as quickly as they can and get out in the open. I don't think there's going to be any hesitation. They're actually going to drop down and look for ammo or look for pills. And they do rush out right away. They have a survivor trailing behind a little bit. They're going to have a tri-cap with spit. It's the great setup that they could have, but it's not a quad. The jockey's ready. The charger is not in position. Here comes the hunter. Charger was to come as well. He comes from really far away, though. Hunter gets shut down. The charger finds a target. Wow. They're going to get the charge spit there now. I thought that wasn't going to work out, and it turns out to be a great hit for Hokori.
Extremely surprising that tail end was able to connect. The hunter jockey point blank immediately cleared up, but charger spitter still lands for about 50 bonus. They lock it in with about 725. So that was it was great early execution by Hokori. They did let some bonus through. We'll see if Goat can't get cooking here.
Yep, okay, so it's only one chapter in the books. If we look at the pings, I believe the pings are actually pretty good. It doesn't have that thing up here, but nobody is red ping, and I believe there was 2 people that were kind of flirting with green ping. So I think this is going to be a pretty reasonable kind of mid to low ping game, I would say. More favorable on the low side. We might see more aggressive plays come out from the survivors. We'll see how much that comes into play with the commons when they come in when kind of stuff hits the fan for them. But either way, the opening attack is going to be the same as the other side. Tri-cap with boom, no hunter. Let's see if they can do the maximum optimization of damage as Hokori did to them with Goat's SI.
Yeah, pretty much an identical setup out of Goat. They send in the smoke charge, long charge, knocks them 20 feet up into the air. They do manage to clear it, but look at the damage, MK.
The fall damage Shockwave took, yeah. I think it was 25 HP he lost because he got hit by the charge. Yes, that's a 25 damage charge coming out there because he jumped when he got hit. We all do it. It's a mistake, but wow, no, that was quite impressive, I must say, from coming out from Goat there.
Yeah, a lot more than they could have expected. They've got a alright setup. Hunter jockey not gonna have a charge, gonna have a boom instead. We'll see if Hokori can't get a little bit of an advantage, either doing the long play at all. Got a jockey smoker hunter. The dumpster is relatively in play, but they're going to be able to play around the tree line. Grizz almost getting smacked by it. Not quite. Hunter connects. This should be an in-cap. Down goes Grizz, but the dumpsters are out of play. Still got a jockey smoker. 1,400 health left on Lianke. He goes for a dumpster hit. Whoa, they almost back right into it. But fortunately for Hokori, just by sheer luck, they don't quite do it. A hit comes out, but Lianke is going to go down. Just that single in-cap onto Grizz is all they're going to have to show for it. Once Hokori gets the pickup, we'll see how much they've got. 568, so not horrible. They pop some pills, drop down to 548, and Hokori goes on their way.
Yeah, all right. They are out and about finally. Sorry, I mean I'm back finally. Sorry about that with a little crash
Great,
there, and
great.
all keeping the radio calls on point until we get back in the game. Tank dealt with 62.2%. Hokori took it a little better now. They're gonna send the boomer kind of above. They're gonna go back and try to chase him. Hunter's around the corner. Charger's gonna take that spawn as soon as Coach gives it, and he does. The Charger gets him. It's gonna be a spit. That Hunter's gonna go for a scratch. Keep him in the spit, stumble him in the spit. Oh, that is over a 10%er there. No, great follow-up from Goat after that tank.
Beautiful. And with that hit, it brings it into just about a 100-point disparity. Hokori does have a little bit left to go through. Got to get the event start with the bar drop down. They do just gun it straight through. Still got 2 spawns left on Goat. Those are now going to be up. Charger, Jockey, Smoker with the spit. Jockey spawns in. They're sending it. Smoke connects. Charger lining up. Goes wide. Spit comes out. Doesn't land on anything. And that will be Hokori winning the chapter by just over 100 points.
Yep, they're going to get in unscathed. I don't think there was another set of pills down here for them to grab. If they do, they'll get an extra 15 points. Or 20, I mean. But doesn't look like they're able to find it. But they will roll in, just like you said, with a little bit of a lead going into map 2 of 116 points to be exact. And we have a game. And we possibly have 9 more chapters of this tournament match to go to determine a champion.
Hopefully, if you're asking me, hopefully we get every single last chapter. We are headed to Chapter 2, Path of Open Road. And we were worried for Goat during that tank from Hokori, Zyko playing the long tank, landing the rocks, getting the damage in. But at the end of the day, it's certainly not going to be anything insurmountable for Goat. They did a great job at holding it close to even once they went into their SI side. We'll see what Hokori can do starting off on their survivors here at Chapter 2.
Yeah, and actually, if we take a look at it, one thing we like to check out when we start are the tank spawns, and this one's the opposite of what we saw on map 1. This one's going to be really, really early at 23% tank spawn, and if I remember correctly, they should not have to go down the sewer hole to get this tank up, which is big. That choke point is very difficult to take, depending how the first hit goes. No, let me tell you, I've seen teams lose like 200 to 700 bonus on that hole, depending how things go.
Yeah, and that is not an overestimate by any means, but this first hit tends to be relatively tame. We got a Charger, Smoker, Jockey, and a Boom from Goat. We'll see how they send it in. They are letting them push a good way through this enclave. Got 3 in the front, 1 way back. Often see the Charger go in for some kind of collat charge to start it off, but it looks like this is not going to be the case for Goat. They continue their patience. Hokori will meet their patience. But of course, the onus is on the survivors to finally make a move. It is going to be Coach walking out. Rochelle trying to get out there as well. Finally going to have Ellis. Okay, not quite. And Ellis is very, very far back. Wow.
Hey, Nick, that was my ass you shot.
Are they gonna take a whole event? Is the horde timer gonna go off? It's gotta be close.
It seems like it. This is, yeah, there it is. Very reminiscent of one of the RBT7 matches we recently casted on, I believe it was Carried Off, Chapter 3. And that did not play out for the survivors waiting for that bait timer. But the thing is, there's only really one area of entry here. They deuce it in from behind the Charger. Into the smoke as well. Smoke's pulling through. They actually do take a good chunk of damage there. Just shy of 7% as they push through.
Yeah, more important so that actually, yeah, this tank is actually really early. Look, they don't even have to go through the opening in the fence. This tank might actually be in danger of being pre-chipped. He might have to jump down the hole. No, he doesn't. He starts down the hole. He's actually going to climb up. If he has a decision he wants to go back and get hittable, he needs to do it right now, and it doesn't look like he's going to do so. He's going to have to roll up here, and there is no way to get up to that top of that overpass there and all without taking a lot of damage.
Right.
So he lost the chance to do that, and they're going to send in spawns. The Charger will land. He's going to chuck a rock around the corner. Oh, that was actually close.
Yeah.
And he retreats and now probably waits for that smoker and is going to roll it in.
Okay, just going to be a waiting game once again. Has been nothing but a waiting game so far, but the action going to unfold. Got none other than Healy as a second tank for Goat. There is the last SI spawn, Hunter, Jockey, Smoker. Smoker sets up overhead. Hunter down below, Jockey behind. Early chip comes out, about 300 points. They're going to get a whole lot more. While the tank just has to hold W and see what he can do. The support going to be following in tow. Nice initial smoke to start it off. Still hasn't been cleared. Jockey is separated, isolated, trying to pull him away. The survivors trying to get the clear. Still haven't gotten it. Rock comes out. That is going to land. And this tank is going to wrap around. Hops out, realizes he doesn't have enough health to disengage, and is going to go down.
Yes, it's not terrible damage coming out from the tank, but no in cap, which means the DB is protected. Only 1 pills were exhausted after the tank has been deceased. And now they have 73.1% bonus, or 830 points now that they find the extra set of pills. And it looks like they're going to stack the boomer here now and probably hit at the top of the other manhole cover, because we all know that's a difficult choke point. And what do I know? They're going to send the hunter now, and it's going to land. Oh, they're going to land a double charge, and they're swimming in the spit. Oh, my goodness, it's still not cleared. 3 slams, the in cap goes out. What are we watching now?
That is kind of the funny part of Chapter 2 on Open Road. The tank struggling a lot more than these SI hits at these areas. That was definitely an unorthodox one, but it dealt so much damage. Survivors taking a long time to deal with it as well, so the spawns are going to be back up, ready to go.
Yep, and this is what we were talking about. I thought they were going to hold for this, and unfortunately they're going to have a poo 2 for it now. But I think the damage was worth it. But let's see if they can capitalize with probably the worst set of spawns. Probably this choke point doesn't make the Smoker and Jockey the worst hit here and all, just due to the sheer fact that they could separate them when they come up. But it's all going to come down. And they actually have 2 people all the way down there. I wonder if they just try to go on the 2 up top. Never mind the rejoining. And they're pushing up. And they took it. And everything's shut down. I didn't even see the Jockey die.
Me either.
Where did the Jockey go?
I have no idea. I have no idea. So, Poo 2 not able to make it work. Hokori is going to continue to hop through. Got 3 sets of pills. Just under 50% of the bonus as well. They're looking good.
Yeah, into the tunnels. Death charge possibility. No, but I don't know if it's the right play to go for it. I think at this high tier, they're probably not going to fall for it. They got a quad. I might take it back. This might be the greatest chance to pull it off if you have extra infected, or do you just go for the wipe and try to get them all at the same time?
Right. Hokori does go to that side room for a moment, but they are going to be pressing forward into this main room. We'll see what they do.
And no pills. I think they wanted to find pills. They're not going to get it. It's going to be a big quad try. Now, there's 2 choices here now. They can either choose to hold all their spawns and go when the event is started and commons are in there, or try to go for it in here in between them and try to catch someone off guard. And it looks like we have the question answer now, don't we?
We certainly do. In they come. Patience from Goat. It has rewarded them once so far this chapter. Will their investment pay off here? Hokori continues to clear up the commons. Pills get popped.
Reloading.
Looks like Hokori is going to be pressing through this underpass hit.
Don't worry. I'm not
Charger set up directly overhead. Chargers up and over, 2 are in. Okay, they do get the quick clears. Hunter smoke to start it off. But they get mopped up pretty damn fast. Ooh, get a little bit more damage in there for free. And but Hokori survives, 427 bonus, and they're going to be able to walk it up, lock it in.
Yep, they do survive. So far we have seen 2 chapters and 1 half. No wipes coming out yet. Everybody has made safe room with a couple hundred bonus each chapter from everybody, and that will give Hokori 2 chapter score 1768, 1 chapter score for map 2 928. And now it's going to be Goat's turn. They can actually swap the lead here with a pretty good bonus. Let's check it out. No, this is 500 distance, so if they get the 500 alone, that'll put them at 1268. So if they walk in with 500, they take the lead barely.
Yeah, which I don't think is even quite 50% of the bonus. So we'll see how this tank plays out with some exceptional support work. This tank could get in some damage, but as you can see, the tank really struggled. They were able to the survivors were able to just hold S and eventually deal with those other SIs. Jockey getting in a good amount there on the separation, but did eventually get cleaned up.
Yes, I agree, but that hit after Tank Gnaw was just so big. They went with 3, and Hokori was not ready for it whatsoever. The shotgun wasn't even paying attention to the hunter coming in. He got a free pound. The charger charged from a long way away, gets a double, and doesn't get the clear on the charger till 3 pounds. What a turn of events for them.
Nasty, nasty. Okay, the hit is in. Charger behind. Tries to fake out Nick, but it's going to be all Nick, and this hit is not going to find a hole. Actually, it will find a little bit there thanks to that boom connection. Just going to be a couple percentage points, though, and we'll see this tank in shortly.
Yep, they're going to slow down a little bit, make sure the commons are all cleared out before this tank is spawned, but this will be the second tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Shockwave. And let's see, Shockwave as well is not going to run forward and attempt to get it. You know what? Probably actually where he spawned now. I don't even know if it would have been possible for them to get there. That's such a long way to get on top of that bridge. And then on top of it, punch the car over without having it mess up too is quite a thing to happen. He's going to roll it in right away. Shockwave hesitating not at all. Here comes the jockey. The charger charges up the hill, and he lands. The hunter lands. The jockey gets nothing, and the tank actually transitions to the hittable. What a play. What a play, Naw. What a play.
I love it. I love it. They get in a nice chip. Tank is up above. Survivors gunning it through. Just going to clear commons and back up.
He's not going to get... he's not even going to go back and get the car. This is interesting. I thought for sure he would go get it. I think maybe he's worried about them running it down into the hole to avoid it.
Right.
So I think actually this is just free damage off their tank if he chooses not to get the hittable. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's thinking about it and all. I think it's too late. It's second past 85%, and I don't think he has time.
I still like this play out of Shockwave. The SIs were all dead. He just climbs up, tries to avoid damage. Wait, you saw them sack the boom right there. 7 seconds left for Zyko, and they're going to send it back in with 5,000 HP left on the tank.
Hunter's pouncing up, trying to cause a little bit of distraction. Shockwave unsure of which commit path he's going to take. He has already lost 1,300 HP before he hits the ground. Now 1,800. Here's his commit. Survivors are split. But Smoker gets cleared. He gets one punch onto Rochelle. Too far away. He needs help.
Oh.
Here comes the Charger. Here comes the Hunter. He gets a punch, actually. He misses one there. The Charger misses. The Hunter misses. The Rock misses. And he gets a punch there.
Wow.
Goat's being a little aggressive and takes some extra damage. And actually, believe it or not, that is only one hit less than Goat had with their tank.
Look out!
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Just wasn't able to make that recommit work out too well, but we got a jockey spitter boom inside the sewers. Okay, we've got to pause.
Oh, accidental
just
pause.
Gonna be right back into it. And now I'm interested to see how Hokori chooses to set up. They do just send in the boom stack.
I think that was literally the quickest pause we've ever seen.
It was a quick one. We do have some. Even when the accidental pauses come out, teams like take their time. So that was a quick one.
All right, but they're gonna have. Oh, they might be able to rush this. Are they gonna push it? They're going to. The jockey and Smoker. He jocks them back down, gets cleared. The Charger comes up, pushes survivors into the spit by pushing them up the ladder, and they'll lose a couple percentage on it. And I don't think I've ever seen a charge spit quite work out that way before. No, that's the first time.
That was a creative use of what you got at the table. Kind of slapping together a meal there. Goat is going to be pressing forward, though. 813 bonus left. A hell of a lot of bonus to have. They are not going to have the charge. Going to have a 2-2 with the Hunter jockey. Boom, immediately spawns in, gets Nick. But Goat's looking great. They're looking very poised for a comeback on Chapter 2. We'll see how much of this 800 bonus they can actually lock in, though. Still got a couple hits.
Yeah, and with what they just sacked, I believe it's going to be not a charger, though. No, actually, no, it's going to be a charge. I'm pretty sure now, actually, come to think of it. Due to the fact that charger pushed them up in the spit on the previous hit. And the hunter is now lurking in the back. Spitter's going to come, too. They're going to full send everything. Pre-spit, jockey in the spit, charger in the spit. No slam, though. And Coach is going to take a bit of spit damage, and that does happen to be the DB. So that'll be the fastest way for them to deplete the bonus. Down to 60%, 660. And we are about to see a lead swap. Unless the Spitter blocks the safe room to give the other spawns one more chance, nah.
That was a massive hit from Hokori, though, all the same. The Spit does attempt it. They're just going, oh, the smoke! Coach is running in it. The Hunter's going to connect as well. Spitter's standing on top of him. Walking stands up in the death spit. Got to deal with the Smoker as well. They dip down to 566. Still finally going to manage to lock it up.
We have a 20-point game now. Look at that score now.
It could not be closer here if these two teams tried. Of course, we got a lot of Left 4 Dead action left yet to play, but it is going to be a sparring match here between two of the best teams that Latin America has to offer.
Indeed, indeed. But for now, that is going to be 2 chapters in the book. We probably have either 2 more left in this campaign or 3. I'm really excited to see how far we're going to go. And I'm all about playing them all out now, because when you have teams at this type high play, it is awesome just to see them play anything. And they're gonna go live at 28% tank. No, look at those early tanks.
Interesting.
No, this is really early. I think this is before they take the field. They're gonna have to fight with hittables everywhere.
Yes, exactly. Definitely gonna be see some hittables come into play. They do have one hit to reckon with first. Gonna have Smoker Hunter with a spit boom. We'll see what Hokori can piece together. It is going to be after they crouch through here. Looks like they want to go for the drop down hit out of Hokori.
Batman pre-spawned.
Careful.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
That was
nice.
Beautiful. No, that was so textbook. That was gorgeous to see.
Yeah, they deal with the boom, but at what cost? Of course, we're going to have that boom straight back into the sack order, but they go down 8% right before that tank. Don't set off the car alarm, and they pull it back.
Yes, this will be the 3rd tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Yaft. And he has toys to bring in. Survivors retreat to the safe room. Boomer gets bullied without a proxy. And now they're going to wait for that tri-cap and probably send it in. He probably will get that car over there now, but more or less just to keep them inside so they don't run out, because it'll be way too dangerous. And I don't think there's any way that he's going to be able to pop it over that parking median to get it inside that little garage door.
Right.
So I think it's just going to be pretty much a toy just to make sure, hey, you come out here, you're going to die.
Exactly. Keep
sure
them trapped in there.
Yeah, I agree. But he's going to actually... I wonder where he's going. Is that also hittable? Oh, I think he wanted to see if he can go in that back way without taking chip, but he uses the car as the shield. He's in at 5,000. He misses his first punch. He does land that one. He lands another. He is down to 1,400. Support comes in. The Charger and Hunter take the same target. He's punching another survivor. He punches him again. One more. He gets the in cap. He turn punches almost. And that will be a lot of damage spread with his tank. One in cap goes out. 2 sets of pills will be chugged. And they have 80% of the map to go through with 54% of their bonus left now. I think that's a win for Hokori right now.
Take it, just take it.
We'll see how it plays out. It could very easily, I won't necessarily say easily, but it could very well be a wipe right there at the start of the chapter. And okay, well, we do have another hit coming in. The spit comes out, smoke pulls through. But as I was saying, the Charger overlapping with that Hunter, not finding the ideal target, and if we see better support SI, it could certainly be a wipe. We've got Goat continuing to press through about halfway through this chapter. And next set of spawns, Hunter, Charger, Smoker, Spit.
And it looks like they want to hold out here. The Smoker misses. That's really unfortunate. The Charger somehow land. Oh my gosh! I think he was jumping out of the Spit and gets pounced over. He gets pulled into the Spit on top of it. And no, wow, that did like, was that 17% damage? That was a lot of damage coming out.
That was a ridiculous hit. Even with the Hunter catching the target over the railing, the Spit still spread. And it completely decimates the scoreline of GOAT. It was also interesting to see them hop up there. It did not play out in their favor. We're going to have Nick leading the way. The boom is spawned. Oh, they walked right into it, but into on the jockey. Caught by the Charger. 1-2. Not quite able to get third, but he is going to go down in that Spit.
Oh,
and
no. Healy was a little separated from his team there. He looks like a little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe Healy wanted to push, and I think they're not going to... It's going to be close. I think they have to take one more. It's going to be close here now if they're going to be able to get in without all spawns. No, they got to take one more full hit coming.
Quad!
And it's a quad try. Can they send it? Oh, they're close to getting in. Spawns are trying to get ready. Jockey is up. They're hunting down the Jockey. He is shot down at 260 health left. Here it goes. Full send of the quad. The Charger actually lands with a long charge off the ceiling. He gets a slam. And such unnecessary damage there, in my opinion, from such an unorthodox attack. 209 that they walk in with. What do you think now?
I think all things considered, it was a decent round from GOAT. Especially if they can get this wipe onto Hokori, it will be great. But it's all going to come down to, in my opinion, how this tank plays out.
Yes, and it's very early, so that, like you said, that's going to set the tone. I was actually surprised at how impressively GOAT actually navigated fast through the map. They did take damage, but man, did they blitz that chapter with whatever temporary health they had left after all the pill consumption. But now it's their infected side. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, Spitter for the opening attack. No, let's see if they can capitalize the same way that Hokori did.
Yeah, it was, like you said, a textbook hit out of Hokori on their first hit here. We'll see if GOAT can follow it up in style. It is, in my opinion, a pretty tough hit to land. We often see this go a bit sideways. Hunter gets dealt with. Spit comes out onto Rochelle, which she will stand in for a bit as the Spit moves up onto the car. Okay.
They're going to trigger the alarm. Actually, there's probably Susie's in there or something. They want a gun that's in there and melee weapons, so I think that's why they're holding this out right now. It'll give GOAT another hit, but the sack order was a quad. Was it a quad now? Is this why they're staying in there? Actually, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
This isn't a bad idea.
Okay, they send it in. The Hunter does connect. But everything else gets mopped up pretty quick. Now for their chuck, they could have potentially just ran it down and brought in the tank without the quad having time to spawn in. We'll see how it plays out. They take a couple more percentage.
Oh,
but
they're going to chip this tank. Look at this.
Oh,
what a smart play. That's free 600 damage. I love it, Nah. What a play. That's why they did that and not spawn the tank right away to guarantee that 600 chip. I think that was impressive. I liked it.
That was big brain, and it paid off in a massive way, especially considering how important getting chip in on a tank like this is going to be. The survivors need to get this tank dealt with so damn quickly as it, just walks at them in this very tight and closed corridor. So we'll see. Sawa continuing to take chip, goes down to 52-20, and that car is over. Does fall down. Decently set up. He continues to take chip. Aggressive angling from the survivors. Shockwave says, you're not going to call my bluff, and the SIs don't. They're taking it outside now. 3,000 health left on Sawa. A smack. They do have that one car, but it's very far away. The SIs are all in. Charger trying to find somebody. Gets dealt with. Hunter Connect trying to chase down Ellis on the back line. GOAT. They are... They're done. they're done. 80% of the bonus left in the hands of Hokori. That's over 1,000 bonus, and they're just gonna keep pressing through. Ooh, this is not a good situation for Goat.
No, it's not, but this is the aggression that I thought that might have come out with the pings being kind of low to mid instead of really high, and that is exactly what Hokori's doing. They're playing aggressive. Now, look at here. This is the thing to note here. They only have 3 spawns, but they're going to have to navigate through that field. They're going to actually send 2. Oh, they could just go here. I think there would be a better chance if Goat just sent it, but it's too late. They weren't ready for it there, Nas. They transitioned inside. I don't know. In my opinion, I think they should have went for damage because they are blitzing this map with 1,050 bonus right now, and still 5 seconds out from the next spawn timer for being up.
They're all the way in the diner. We do have a potential stairwell hit, but it's going to be the quad, which Goat, you know, they cognizantly sacked into. But I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I would have liked to just see the commit at that point. We'll see how this quad investment pays off for Goat. We've got the Hunter set up over on the 2nd floor already. And I like this by Hokori. They just chill out, clear out all the commons inside this diner. If the SIs do commit, they've got plenty of time to deal with it. Okay, and they press up the stairwell.
Search these rooms. Might be something we can use.
Letting the survivors just have free reign here, investing a lot into this quad. We need to see this come up big, or Goat has sacrificed a ton of resources.
Reloading.
Yeah, I mean, no, they've given them the whole map pretty much here. Just just waiting for this quad. I mean, they haven't hit really after the tank has been killed. It's just been sack and this quad try. And that has been 50% of the map walkthrough. So as soon as they start pushing through, we should see the transition hit, and now it should come out. They've already went through. The smoker pulls the wrong target. The hunter lands. The charger lands. 1 slam, 2 slams, 3 slams, and that is respectable damage coming out from Goat. And what a hit, I would have to say, Null. They're going to gobble up the pills, but they will have 1 more chance for damage, and we're going to see another lead swap after the 3rd chapter is concluded.
Definitely 600 and almost 650 point lock-in advantage on this chapter. The spit comes out, but it's too late. Hokori locks it up. Goat gets 1 single hit. We'll make it 2 if we actually, I guess 3 if we're going to include the pre-tank hits, but still Hokori managed to find 1440 points. And they were completely uncontested for almost this entire chapter. Beautiful tank work as well. Getting that chip with the map knowledge, bluffing the SIs, and when they finally commit, they were ready for the full clear. Tank is dealt with. They had over 3/4 of the bonus left. Yes, that quad did find some damage. That was a nice long charge. They got about 200 points off that. But it was a massive investment for 200 points.
Yes, indeed, it was. But look at the delta change now. It was just like 100 and some points the first map. Then it was a 20-point change this map. Now Hokori has kind of made it a little pushy here by putting up a couple 100-point delta now. It actually is 600 and change, if I did my math correctly, or else a little bit less than that. But still, this is only map 4 of what could be 10, so anything can happen. And we do have a 2-2 Jockey Hunter coming in. See what they could do when they send it.
Yes, we will. Hunter set up behind the army vehicle. The other 3 SIs on top of the safe room. They are going to send it. Jockey overhead. Drops into the safe room target. Missing the door. M2'd away. Spit is dead, as well as the Hunter. They just got that boom left. They will sack, I do believe, into the quad. I didn't quite see the Spit Hunt sack order there. But regardless, Hokori is going to deal with the first hit, not even taking a percentage point. And I am worried about Goat here. Hokori, many people would say, are the favorites. They even sent Goat into the losers bracket. So this is just the beginning of the match, but Goat really needs to avoid this points getting cumulatively racked up into an insurmountable lead once we get to Dead Before Dawn. The hit comes out. Smoke and Hunt both connecting.
Actually wasn't bad damage considering the area they were at.
Right.
They get it down to about 93.3, but they do able to push out past the house. Tank is actually kind of 53%, so I don't think it really matters. No, this tank will be fought back in the safe room. That's where they're going to run this tank back. And they'll pretty much have to run the map all over again, but kind of like Swamp Fever, it's not really easy to get the most damaging hits with spawn. Oh, what a charge, and what a clear, though. Charger gets melted. The Jockey and Boomer are just going to die off at the end. Jockey gets M2'd and killed. Boomer will reach 1. And that will just take Hokori under that perfect score of 90.9%. And now they are down to 1395. And here comes the 4th tank of the game for Goat into the hands of AIM. And this is a big tank for them now. They got to do some damage with this to keep it close.
They certainly do, and this is not the easiest tank to get damage with. That log, we do have the spawns. In the meantime, Charger finding the wall, 1. Gonna get 1. The rest of the SIs die out.
What is Skeet, though? Skeet was sick, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, they're pushing him. Oh, look at this aggression right now. The tank can't fall off. He'll die if he falls off, by the way. Just for those that don't know.
Tempting danger.
Yeah, a little risky there, jumping up and walking on that fence.
All right, survivors do run it back. We could potentially have some disruption here. Boomer, Jockey, Smoker. We do send in the boom onto 1.
Oh,
AIM.
look at the comments now. They're all behind. I think by the time he gets to the safe room, oh, they're going to try to delay this. This is the commit now. Take AIM's tank away.
All right, the Jockey pulls forward, but all the survivors are just backing away. Nothing AIM can do for the moment. Didn't take too much pre-tank damage. They are just going to be walking back with very high health totals. Still 20% of the bonus on the board. Hunter will connect into a rock. Smoke not quite. AIM is going to have the stand-up smack, and that's all he's going to be able to hope for. Still, once again, 2 chapters in a row, over 1,000 post-tank bonus in the hands of Hokori. They're going to be gunning it through chapter 4.
Yeah, there's only a 5-point difference from the map before. They had 1050 after. Now they had 1045. But I'm pretty sure they don't want to lose about 300 bonus on the hit after, like they did last time. Let's see if they can change that outcome with the next set of spawns being 2-2 Jockey Charger. Nice Charger spawn! Oh, that was disgusting charge coming out there. No, the Jockey follow-up. And man, did they take it down. That was a 1045 down to 868, and they did not disappoint. No, not at all.
Beautifully done. This was only 1 breakaway chapter from Hokori there on chapter 3. And Goat saying we are not out of this mentally. Tank not able to push through as much as he wanted, but getting a beautiful follow-up. We're going to have the Hunt, Smoke, Charge, and a Spit. High damage potential once again for the squad of Goat. Hunter hopping up and over. The rest of the spawn's not in quite yet. The Charge around the corner. Smoke starts it off. Charge awkwardly follows up. Easily sidestepped as well as the Spit. And Hunter is dealt with. They follow it up with a no-hitter. 865 bonus left. Hokori presses onward.
Yeah, they will. I think the Infected got a little anxious there. They went a little quick. They wanted to try to bait it in, but with that Hunter started growling, they backed up right at the same time that Smoker spawned, leaving the Charger kind of just to Hail Mary it from behind, or just by M1ing at a distance. But it works out for Hokori pretty well and all. I mean, the only damage they have taken is that 1 hit right after the tank is dealt with. The Smoker will land. The Jockey goes in. The Charger kind of late to the party. And that'll be a Charger. Boomer killed off last, and they'll have Tricap with Spit for their last hit right before they get into the safe room.
We usually see teams hit at the broken fence choke point, which was before and after where Goat chose to hit, and the unorthodox hits didn't quite pay off. Not much damage coming through. They've got last chance here. Could see some damage come out for sure. Hunter, Smoker, Jockey. They spawn in from behind. Hunter hopping around, does find the Hunt Spit. Smoke on the back line. Jockey gets some damage in there as well. And Goat will scrap back together another decent hit.
Yeah, it was actually a rolling tri-cap that came in there, and all three cappers did land, but I think they were kind of cleared almost like at the same time as the last one landed. But that's not bad at all. Respectable coming out from Goat, taking the bonus down from 1045 after tank is dealt with down to 660. Wait a minute, 664. Yeah,
Quick math.
664.
There we go.
664. There we go. And let's see now, if we do a little math on the other side, this is a 700 distance map, if I remember correctly. Let's just double check. It is 700. So if they walk in with that, that'll put them at 3296. So they need a 1300 bonus in order to match this. Wow, that's a huge score. I don't think they're going to be evening it up after this, but they can break into that point delta with them only walking in with 664. Let's see what they could do. Opening attack will be a 2-2. Hunter and the jockey as the cappers. Hunter pre-spawned around the barracks truck.
Let's get out.
And let's see what happens.
All right, they are slowly walking up. Jockey gets M2'd away. Hunter connects into the spit. Not going to have spread spit in the safe room, but still going to connect for a brief moment there. Only 1% though, MK.
Yeah, not much at all. I think the Infected just really wanted to make sure they got the sack order that they wanted. I think they did get the quad attempts right before the tank, and they shouldn't get anything more than one more hit. Maybe they'll be able to throw something in before the tank spawn as where they choose to send the location of this quad. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be around the house because they're actually going to go right now. Smoker pre-spawn. Charger's coming from the side. The Smoker lands but gets cleared. The Charger misses altogether. And no punches from that. And that was an interesting send area, in my opinion, there, not having any above spawns. I thought they would use this house right here to kind of send it in.
Yeah, we do see that house come in quite a bit, and I think Goat agrees with you. They're more than happy to take a hit right there, clean it up. No worries at all. Quick clean. Just under 1,500 bonus. We'll see what this tank can do. Hunter was actually looking like he was into pounce mode there for a moment. Jockey spawns in. Okay, they're going to send it. Boom gets popped. Hunter ricocheting, trying to find a hunt spit. They will get some of the spit spread damage. But again, they are not taking a whole lot. I think it was Hokori around 90% when they brought in the tank. But going to have pretty even score lines all the same.
And this will be the fourth tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Grizz. And he is going to start tracking them down as the survivors. Pretty standard play to retreat back to the safe room area. And I think, oh my gosh, the Charger lands at the same time as the Smoker. It's respectable. No, they also got it under 10% before the tank, kind of mirroring what they did to what Hokori happened to them from Goats Infected. And now they're going to push them as well, but they choose to back off. And they don't want to be aggressive. Now remember, on the other side here now, when they tried to be aggressive onto Hokori, they did land the boom, they did land the Smoker, they did cap him on the way there. The tank was not able to catch him and pretty much lost everything except for 2 punches right before he died.
Right, and I really like to see Goat taking the aggressive angles. This is kind of a psychological situation that I've found. It just in esports in general, when you have this much riding on the line, like a grand finale, you tend to take more conservative approach. I love to see all this chip coming out. He's down to 4K. Charger, Jockey, Hunter going to be coming. Charger. The hunt does connect. He hits him into corners. Jockey ripping away. He's around the tree, being an absolute nuisance for Healy. Finally gets the clear. Down goes aim. And this is not the best situation for Goat. One down. Still got 1,000 health left on Grizz. Likely going to get cleaned up. Rock comes out. Barely dealt with by Healy. Wraps her on the other end. Does eventually cede defeat. But gets that one in cap onto aim, as well as a ton of jockey damage on the side.
Yeah, they do get a boom pole separation. They just wanted to stack those two quick. Now they'll have a Charger, Hunter, Jockey, and a Spitter for the next hit. Good stack
order. But they still get the damage.
Yeah, they did. Look at that. 950,
that was nice.
958. I would have to say, no, that I think Hokori's tank was definitely better, getting 2 more hits compared to the other side. And less than 100-point difference after the tank is dealt with, though. So Go can still win this round, but they cannot retake the lead. That is out of the question now.
Absolutely out of the question. A big hit coming up ahead. This ripped away at Hokori on the Survivor side. A mirror situation once again for these two top Latin American squads. Go on the Survivors, pressing forward. The charge comes out right on top of Keely's head. He is able to sidestep it. Jockey dealt with. He hops out of the spit spread before he gets connected on with that Hunter as well. He does have to pop his pills. But we were saying around 865, and now we're saying around 863. So again, very even score lines for both teams.
Yeah, 199 point difference to be exact at this moment. So GOAT wants to definitely win those 200 point deltas. They're down 600 right now. This will bring it within 400, and I have the feeling that GOAT's down a couple hundred points, that they're going to want to play Chapter 5 of this for sure. The survivors are separated 2 and 2, but they don't go after the same survivors that were separated as far as special infected. So the Jockey Spitter goes first. Smoker Boomer dies off at the end. It's good sack order. Damage is minimal. 860 left, and there is still just shy of 200 difference between the two.
This would be great for GOAT to be able to at least win the chapter, especially considering there's no way they are going to be the points leader. After this, at least they can lock in a W on Chapter 4, but they are eyeing down high damage potential hit from Hokori, Hunter, Jockey, Charger with the spit as they wrap around. Got some tight corners here.
And I think they're gonna hold. I think they're gonna hold this for the underpass now. And this is going to be their last hit. If no one goes slow here, they're in the safe room.
Here you go.
Pills
Thank
here.
you.
I got these pills.
Ooh,
Okay.
extra points too now from the pills.
Nice.
I think they're going to have to eat it though. Aim has to eat it. No choice.
Okay, understandable.
Last hit and all. Let's see what happens. Take it away.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Okay. Survivor's going to be pushing up around the brush. Got 2 on the front, 2 behind. Jockey has already spawned in. Healy trying to get some damage on him. Hunter spawns. Jockey on the head, trying to isolate. Hunter can't quite support that. Charger gets a few smacks as well as the Hunt spit. Brings him down to 750, but this is going to be the dub for GOAT by about 100 points.
Yep, they're going to break into that delta by, I think, 88 points. But, hey, they do have a lot more chapters left. They don't need to do it in one chapter. The Smoker will not be able to get anything. And that is it. That is 4 chapters down. Let's see the messages come out. Oh, and we're going to Chapter 5 now. We're going to see 8 chapters, or 10 chapters of Left 4 Dead. Awesome sauce.
I love it. I love it. Let's go. Okay, going to be starting off with the finale here, Salvation on Open Road. And then don't go anywhere because we're going to be sending it straight into Dead Before Dawn right after this.
That is correct, and I'm looking forward to that map as well. So, yes, to chat, we are going to be playing Chapter 5. See, it is coming in, and this finale... My goodness, no. Yes, I remember teams went the wrong way last time. Amazing hit out of the safe room. If I remember, didn't somebody get 2 charged and yeeted out into the freaking sugarcane field or something like that?
Yes.
If I remember something like that.
Dude, it was a total fiesta. It was ridiculous. I hope to see these two teams locked in on this finale. It looked like they were both more than happy to send it. GOAT did, of course, acknowledge that they want to go finale. We'll see if they practice this. Hokori, of course, going to be starting off on the Survivor side. Hunter, Smoker, Charger, and a boom. First hit out of GOAT.
Second pistol.
Got a stairwell.
Oh, wow, they're taking their time here. Oh, okay. That's going to be a huge amount of damage coming out. 2 slams. The Hunter's still not cleared. Oh, my gosh, no. That is a 26 and counting damage. All the survivors are knocked into the 50s except for Shockwave. I am flabbergasted with what we just witnessed, now. Oh my goodness.
Hokori starts running one way. They eventually group back up, start running the other. That boom was really close to stumbling the hunter. If Rochelle could have done a 180 just a bit quicker, but regardless, the damage is out. They are going for another one as they walk out of the field. Charger trying to find, not quite. Not going to be able to follow up with a whole lot there, but still got them down to 70%. What a sight. What a turnaround from GOAT.
Yeah, they're going to trigger the event. Now, the event has started. Now, one thing to note, now we're going to see 2 extra tanks here. This is the finale that has 2 tanks. It's short, but it has 800 distance points. So that's how we know and confirm that's going to be a thing that they have to deal with. So we are going to see 6 tanks from each team on the first campaign that we play through. But right now, they're going to send the Hunter in. The pole goes out. The Charger doesn't get a spawn. And man, they would have sent it. Here goes the Charger. Nothing to come of it. And I think that Boomer died before the Charger, so they're not going to have a charge spit with their next set of spawns.
Okay, and this is a classic place to set up. They have made it to salvation of sorts up here on this high ground, open area. We're going to have the first tank coming in from Sawa, but with so much of the healths eaten, I mean, look at the spread on those health totals too. Got 3 of them hovering right around 50 HP before the first tank even comes in. Of course, we see 2 sets of pills on the table still. Hunter, Jockey. Jockey gets stumbled by Boom, gets dealt with. The damage has not been coming out from GOAT, so there is a silver lining here for Hokori, but it's going to be tough for them to survive 2 whole tanks.
Yeah, it will be. He's just going to chuck a couple rock. He's going to chuck a moon rock, but there's a ceiling there, so it's not going to work out for him. We like to see the moon rocks, but it's just not going to work on this campaign. So he has a tri-cap. First pass, 35% frustration. I wonder if they're going to try to land it. They're going to. The Hunter gets shut down. The Smoker misses. Charger misses. And that is a tongue cut. And what a shutdown from Hokori, saying, we've taken enough damage now. We ain't taking no more until you send this tank in.
I mean, hit after hit, finding next to nothing. Another rock comes out, will be easily dealt with, and Sawa's going to dip below 1,000. Just about. He dips below 10% at least. His second pass, 30% frustration. Going to have a Boomer Jockey Hunter. And they're going to have to send it with this. In goes Sawa. Jockey from behind. Tank goes inside. Catches one. Inside. Hunter has not been dealt with. Jockey carrying away. Does get dealt with. But look at that Hunter. Down he finally goes. Boom on him as well. 2 survivors left. 3,000 health left on Sawa. Survivor cornered from the Boom. This was a questionable SI mix. But they made it look perfect, and he's got 1 survivor left. Actually two. Hits 1 all the way down, and he does go down. Going to be hunting down Coach. He takes him into the field. 2 SIs left, and this will be the end of the round. A very uneventful finale, well, depending on how you look at it, for Hokori. Not going to be finding much there on Chapter 5.
Now he has to go all the way around now. This is so unfortunate for Zyko, and that will be the wipe coming out. We thought we were going to see 6 tanks. They only needed 5 to get the wipe. And
right, we spoke a little too soon.
Yeah, and that will be the first wipeout that we've seen in this tournament match going out onto Hokori from GOAT. And now it's going to be swapped to their side. And now they have a chance to retake the lead. They only need a couple points of bonus to do that. 800 distance put them at 48-44. So that's 152 point difference?
All right.
I think? No, 162. 162 is the bonus that they need to tie the game.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough to get through with any bonus with both these tanks. Of course, for GOAT, they can take that high ground, wide open area, but we saw the tank, specifically the SI support, absolutely dismantle this side of Hokori. It is some fearsome, gruesome tanks up ahead for GOAT, and they're going to need some very careful management, not just of clearing the tanks, but also holding on to some bonus if they want to emerge the leaders after our first campaign.
And it looks like they're going to wait for Zyko before they ready up. It looks like there's a little bit of discussion of how they want to take this, because this opening hit has a lot of opportunity for damage. They can spawn off the roof, so it is easy for them to get there if they don't come out all the way. But also, if they don't come out all the way, it means they can run back in the safe room and bait it. So this opening hit is different from, or big. Remember, the other side, we saw a 20% plus Gnaw. Let's see what they can do. Take this opening hit away from us.
Okay, we got Shockwave set up on top of the roof. The survivors gun it all the way through and drop down, grouped up together. Quad boom. The charger connects, but they deal with it so damn quick. Only 2%.
Oh. A little bit more. We snuck in
Careful.
there. Yeah, we snuck
Careful.
in there. 3.6 it ends with. And the smoker didn't die yet, which I don't think the infected are very happy with right now. But it looks like they don't have the time to kill it. But my goodness, Goat is getting common locked. And look at the damage tallying up here, Gnaw. All the way to 93.
We praised their aggression at some points, but they got absolutely eaten apart after the hit was already over. Only locked in about 2% from the hit itself. Post hit with the boom, etc. Another hit comes out. Jockey spit will catch Coach for a little bit more. Goat overall looking healthy, but they let some early damage through nonetheless.
Yeah, they do get another 2% from those spawns. Not much coming out of it. They had a poo too, but they wouldn't send it in right away. That's why I thought the smoker wasn't very happy of staying alive because of that situation. But,
Right.
I mean, they are going to have to take 1 or 2 attacks before tank spawn. But right now, looking at Goat's situation, they have a good opportunity to retake this lead as long as they can survive these 2 tanks.
Easier said than done. Another hit coming in. This time it's going to be a 3+1. Hunter gets dealt with. Jockey on the head, eventually wiped up. And Spit comes out way late. Charger did get a smack or 2. They're finding some success where Goat struggled. So this could be some foreshadowing. But it's going to take a big tank to make this this chapter 5 even.
Yes, they will, and now their spawns are up. They need to go if they want to do one more. It's not a great attack because they don't have a spitter, but they do have a tri-cap at least. The smoker will land. What is Ski coming out there? I didn't even see the jockey die again. I don't even know where it spawned at, but it is dead as his boomer is just kind of lurking about, not able to get anything. Will get killed off. He's actually stuck, and that will be dead boomer and the 5th tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Yaft. And he has a lot of work to do here. No, he's got to get this bonus down a lot.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Still got those 2 sets of pills set up, ready for the taking. Survivors take it up, King of the Hill style. Under Charger Jockey. The tank going to drop down, going for it, wrap around, finds it onto Coach, another smack, make it a 3rd, hits him out though. Got a Hunter Jockey going to connect onto Rochelle, trying to get the clear, it's going to walk into the tank hit, Hunter connection on the back line, tank continuing to rip away at Rochelle, down she goes. Tank tries to disengage with 1,500 health left, goes for a rock, is going to connect with that rock. The damage continues to come out as they take it into the fields. Yath going to be trying to hide, makes away with 43 HP left. Ooh.
I would say that's a pretty good tank coming out there. This is a smoker follow-up, get us an extra ding or 2. But if we do a little backtrack of how much damage that took half of the bonus away about. They were at, I believe, 88 and change at the spawn of the tank, down to 47.6 after the first tank has been dealt with. I don't think that's a terrible situation for Hokori Gnaw, but they do need to get a wipe or they will have the lead swapped on them if they cannot do it with the following tank.
It's looking a lot more optimistic for Goat that they could actually take the lead, but not quite. Charge does not find his target. Jockey gets bullied down. Spit is for naught. Another hit out of the way for Goat. Gonna have the 2nd tank on this finale in the hands of Grizz. I'm interested to see if this barn gets any play. Okay, hello.
Okay, they're going in here. This isn't the safest spot, by the way. This is kind of dangerous to be in here. It gives spawns easy access above them. I'm actually really puzzled why they would even come in here. It's actually because they have a quad. I don't know what I'm talking about. The hunter, it misses. The charger misses. The smoker lands. The jockey doesn't. The smoker lands again. And the tank is up, and he is not in a good area to cut them off and get in there. Plus, he has no spawns. And this will be the sixth tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Grizz. And he has to get this bonus exhausted now, or his team will fall into a point delta into the next campaign.
Extremely well executed by Goat. They're holding on to 2 sets of pills still. The rock gets queued up as the survivors go through, and a connection with the rock. Grizz gets his frustration reset, and they're going to be able to keep this game going.
Yeah, he's going to be very happy with that indeed. He's trying to actually position to get rage. He'll trade a couple HP, and it looks like Hokori might want to drag this tank out as long as they possibly can. Spawns are coming up. He has a charger. He has a smoker. He has a jockey. He has a tri-cap. Do they land another rock here? Rock number 1 was successful. Spawns come up. He gets smoker, gets the bull. Charger comes in, splits the survivor. Rock comes in, gets skeeted nicely by Healy. Healy says maybe once, but not twice. And they'll just get a bit of damage with their SIs. Another rock gets skeeted and all, and he'll have to wait for spawns again. Let's see how well they LOS.
Lots of pressure on the shoulders of Hokori. Goat threatening not just a lead, but a sizable one if they can escape this tank without much damage taken. Hard to say, though, as this tank continues to bleed out the survivors. Lienke will pop his second set. Nice attempt with the rock.
I think Coach was so oblivious to what almost happened. I really do.
He has no idea.
He eats the boomer. The common's got to jump over the fence. They're going to take a little bit to get in there. Is he going to use the commons to his advantage? I don't think so, no. I think he's just going to keep playing this long.
I think you're absolutely right, but he's going to have to commit at some point. Take it away, MK.
He's going in. Hunter's going to have to retreat. He does decide to go in here. He gets a punch onto Coach. Punches Coach on top. He gets the in cap. Luckily, Coach falls down so he doesn't get killed. Hunter finds a target. Smoker not able to do anything. Tank is going to get another. No, he misses the punch. Gets an in cap, and he's going to die off. And a pull goes out, will get cleared, and Goat's going to survive with a little bit of bonus now, and it looks like they're going to barely take the lead as long as they can walk their way to the end of this street and get to the bus.
What a turnaround from Goat. Unreal execution there, making it through. Charger hops in, not quite. Spits. Chalky carrying to, okay, they will get a quick clear on that one. 141 bonus left, and this is again just about as close to a tie as we can get it. I was worried. I was saying, Goat, you need to not let this lead by Hokori continue to mount up, and Goat does not let it happen as they break away. They're in the lead. Yes, they are by not quite 100, but still well done by Goat.
Scores that way in my opinion. And here we go now. 5 more chapters of Left 4 Dead 2 start now.
We're heading straight into it. Got a Hunter Jockey Spitter Charger right out the safe room. Massive hit here in the auto shop. Hokori's got some decisions to make here. Jockey looks like it wants to climb up the ladder outside. Ooh, going for some chip through the window. I like it. Charger is down to 83 HP. What a way to start off this hit. And nice. Once again, Hokori just showing off the map knowledge, getting every little advantage that they can to drop down, and he climbs back up before the spit can connect. And they're all going to be sitting here in the safe room. Still, we see some patient play out of Hokori. They finally drop down. Nice skeet. The Charger softened up to just a one-shot. Jockey is bullied up there on the top. Hokori basically unscathed as they press through.
If you look at the score now, see what I see? Look at the score.
What do you see?
The lower team went first as survivor.
Yeah, I did notice that. Okay, I did notice that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess
interesting.
I guess it was because they're the #1 seed, so they wanted to lead. Maybe there was something in the rules that were just missing,
Right.
oversighted or something. But either way, that is one hit in the books. It did less than 1%. They did a great job on baiting it out. And they're going to send the retro attack with a spitter. They know where the smoker is now. Hunter is not choosing to help. It is way far away. Oh, and the Hunter cannot find the Uzi target. A ding of free spit damage, and that is 2 hits in the book, tallying up to less than 1%, coming on to to Hokori, and good start for them right now, I would say.
Goat barely, narrowly winning the first campaign in the finale, but it is coming up all Hokori here on Chapter 1 of Dead Before Dawn, starting it off in blazing fashion. Gonna have the tank at about 10-15%. Now, I am interested to see. It looks like they're not going to be setting off the car alarm. Could potentially see that come into play on the run back. Hit ready to go. Charge drops down, goes wide. Smoke got dealt with as well. Gonna get a little bit of superficial damage. We'll take him down 1% or 2.
Yeah, they're doing a good job holding on to everything. Tank's gonna be at 77%. So they're not gonna. I don't think they have to go through and drop. No, they don't. They're gonna be able to retreat back to the safe room area. This tank is gonna have to chase, and if it wasn't for the grace period, it would be an AI tank. No, it definitely would be.
Shout out to the grace period. Now, as Hokori runs back, they do have to reckon with this alarm car. It looked like Goat was setting up to do it. Yes, they spawn in. Don't find anything. The trigger discipline out. Actually, they didn't even really need it. They didn't quite play around that alarm car at all. And that will just be able to be evaded without incident. Aim likely going to be bringing that into play if he has time. And he is still a long shot away. He does walk up to that alarm car. Doesn't even want to deal with it. Just continuing on his way.
Yep, and this is the grace period coming into play. They are retreating backwards, and he keeps giving them 5% of grace period every time the survivors retreat 7% of the way through the map, and he is going to bring the hatchback with him. I don't know if it's going to, or it actually brought a dumpster with him. Oh, that's a good dumpster. That's a good dumpster, Nah. He's going to have that in the hatchback when he sends it in. Good job by 33 on doing so.
Yeah, unless something spectacular goes wrong, okay, boom, beautiful. It's even going to be rolling to right there in position. Smoker Jockey Hunter set up for the rest of Goat. Aim has not been chipped too much. We will see more of that come in as he hits that dumpster closer. But he's got some cars to play with here as well. Going to be hitting the green wall. Whoa, nice try. Does get stopped up on that gas station pole. Nice hit into the smoke. They got 2 on the dumpster. It's going to be triple kill. What? And we've still got Zyko, last one alive, 3,900 health left on Aim, and that is certainly going to be the round.
And he ends up getting wiped. No, the triple dumpster, wiping out Hokori. And that is going to be it for them. They're only going to put up 260 points, and they are in danger now of having to slip away if they cannot mirror the results that happened upon them.
And Goat's been through some hard times lately, MK. Not going to lie. Yes, they did make it to the grand finale of IOC, but they're facing off against the team who sent them into the loser's bracket here in Hokori. Also just narrowly missing out on qualifying for the playoffs in RBT 7. They've had some tough breaks here lately, but they are threatening to bring it back full storm ahead and with a win in the IOC. We'll have to see him finish it off here. We're just getting started here with campaign 2, but what a spectacular beginning for Goat.
Oh, here we go live. It's gonna be Goat's turn. They all they gotta do is survive this tank, and they will maintain their point delta, and they can further into it if they are successful. What a job by 33 aka /Aim for bringing that dumpster into play, corralling 2 survivors, getting the ricochet shot. But right now, it's a Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and a Charger. This Jockey is on the way in, gets a scratch. The Charger will land. They'll get the spit. Hunter getting scratches, too. Gets killed off. And respectable amount of damage stacked onto Healy. 40 damage taken altogether on 1 survivor.
Great way to start off the round. Goat with a very different philosophy as towards that first hit. They dropped down straight away, and it looked like Hokori was going to struggle to find the spawns, but they slowed it down, which gave Hokori plenty of time to get the exact hit they wanted, bringing him down 7%. Got this awning hit as well. Not going to have the spit, but still going to have a charger, jockey, and a smoker alongside a boom. We'll see. It looks like they're set up on top of the awning. Boom starts off the engagement, gets M2'd away, walk it away, doesn't land on anything. Free open range. Charger actually lands with the car as well as the jockey for a bit, bringing him down below 90%. The hits are coming through for the moment.
Yeah, they're stacking on Healy mainly. Healy all the way down to 49 now. Sawa did had the jockey land on him, but that was just a distraction for them to stack onto Healy. That charger was down to like 16 HP when he landed, and due to the jockey, they weren't able to get the clear quick enough, getting the 10 damage from slamming into the wall. No pounds though. Hunter coming in, they're gonna the spit's really late to get in there, and the spit I don't think is gonna get anything. A little bit of a misplay there from the Infectanol, but they do get the car alarm set off.
Right. They at least get the car alarm, but the thing is, now Goat not going to have to worry about that car alarm on the run back. See if that will likely not going to come into play anymore now. But they do lose a couple more percentage points. They have definitely been letting more damage through. But as long as they can avoid a triple dumpster, they're looking pretty poised to have a respectable scoreline on Chapter 1.
And they're going to send it again. There they go. No, the Hunter will land. The Charger gets a Godframe fist. The jockey lands pretty good, actually. And now the boom kind of left here. Gonna grab one, and they should be able to get the tank up before any more spawns come up. But they will have to deal with 3 more upon the retreat. And this will be the 7th tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Shockwave. Don't get to say that very often, no. Don't get to say that very often.
Yeah, these two teams, if they weren't already well acquainted with the tank styles, they are very well acquainted now. The Mortar Spit will be stopping the run back from Goat. We still got a Hunter Charger. And Shockwave running it down. Hunter connects with Stumbles. Charge goes for Rochelle. The collat all the way up. Almost knocks him on top of that tunnel.
If that ramp was not there going down on the side, that would have been an in cap onto Ames, aka 33, and they're gonna fake push this tank, and it's not gonna work out for them. This is a little risky now. They're in danger of being around this hittable. I think Goat's gonna have to fight this tank here. There is no more running back now.
This is a risky strategy being employed by Goat. Boom does get popped. Jockey Smoker just going to be sacking that out, waiting for a more ideal set of SIs before Shockwave sends it in. He's just now going to second pass.
Impressively enough, though, he has not taken much damage at all. He still has 5,700 of his HP. Second pass. Here's his tri-cap. Shockwave's about to come in. Oh, let's see what he can do. Can he mirror the output? What happened to them on the other side? Hunter's pouncing around. Wow, that one survivor is so separated from everybody. They're not really shooting the tank here. They're corralling. The jockey's getting focused. Early punch. Oh my God, he went up so high. He eats them. The Hunter lands. He punches him on the... What? Is he even out of play? I don't even know where he is right now. The rock lands. A punch goes out onto Rochelle. He's chasing Rochelle, misses, gets a punch there. 1,500 HP, is hiding in the trees. And they have a lot of bonus right now still, as far as Goat's situation here, nah.
What an interesting strategy out of Goat. They're making it work. They got one of the SIs back in here. Chargers dealt with. Still got 635 HP left on Shockwave. Gonna have a decommit of swords. More SIs coming in. Whoa, they keep it going. He's back up to 100%. He lands another one. That one is going to count for damage. Survivors continuing to get rotted down. Oh my God.
No, that's still the same Charger. It's the same Charger that missed twice. He's still alive. Can he do it a third time, no? Can he actually land this time? He's getting shot down. Oh, he goes. Oh, he actually lands when he gets cleared. What are we seeing? No, this is crazy. I never saw a tank fought here before, and I think they'll finally be able to clean it up. But what damage they salvaged out of this tank fight. Good job by them.
It was, I mean, it was just a situation you don't see every day, and Hokori does a great job at adapting to it, as well as Goat. Shockwave still has 100 HP, and the Survivor's just at this point going to be running it through. I actually wondered if this alternate path would be something that they would play around to avoid the car, the hittable that we talked about earlier on in the tank, and Healy had actually backed it all the way up. I think that was a smoker trying to capitalize just on how far back he was, but Goat scrapes by. They've got 336 bonus left in the tank. Could still be a respectable scoreline, but they've got a few more dangers up ahead.
Yeah, for sure. They're really separated right now. It looks like the Infected should have went on that, but they chose not to. There's a huge time separation. Now there's just 100 pre-spawned up above. It looks like they want to try to make a hit on the transition around this corner. Hunter is going in. Gets skeeted. The Charger misses the spawn. The spit goes out. The Charger... Oh, and never mind. He takes it into the spit, but he's not in the spit. Oh, it's so confusing.
So close. What execution there. Once again, Goat surviving. Rochelle runs in and blocks the safe room, or not the safe room, but blocks that side room from the charge spawn, while the Hunter trying to find Rochelle gets skeeted out from the stairwell. They're going to be pressing into the parkway. Got Smoker, Hunter, Spitter, Boom. We'll see if they send it here. It looks like they want to.
Reloading.
Hunter's making noises, already lost a couple of his HP. He manages to find a target. The spit actually gets cucked because the smoker pulls him out of the spit. And there'll just be a little bit of ding here and there. Still 248 left. They run through the spit. Boomer slaps. Nobody's helping Ellis right now. They finally start. Nick's actually being a good friend. And they get this event triggered, and they should run back into the little sewer here. And I don't think they're going to be able to get back here to block everything. It's going to be close now.
Goat dropping the boo, the charge with the smack into the charge will get cleaned up. Hunter connecting for a brief moment as well, and the bonus continues to get ride down. Just when I thought Goat made it into a safe area, you called that charge coming out from that side room, and indeed he did. Gets a smack, some brief hits as well, but now they are going to be left thin for the Horde as Hokori gets back in.
All right, the tunnel. They're gonna go. They pre-spit. They send the Charger into the spit. He's in the spit. Oh, still in the spit. He goes down. That was one of the most unorthodox charge spits I've ever seen, but it worked out very well for Team Hokori, and they will be rewarded with one more last ditch effort for a hit, and they should hit the two in the back here now right before they get in this last long sewer choke point here.
Goat will technically win this chapter, but I gotta be honest with you, MK, it looked a bit messy to me. They do send in one more hit. They land the Hunter charge. 1, 2, Sawa's down.
And they might actually get another one. No, they're not gonna. I don't think they will because the Boom's on. There's not the latest pickup. But they're gonna get all these Boomer slaps if they don't help anybody who's boomed here. And look at the bonus null, all the way down to 82 now. And still a kind of few spawns left to send in the door.
Okay, landing a bit more. That spit not quite, but we'll get some brief damage in. 64 bonus, all they're going to have left as they hobble into that safe room. And this was, again, technically a win by Goat, but I think this could have easily been the victory for Hokori if it were not for that triple dumpster to start the engagement on their tank.
Yes, indeed, and that will mean Team Goat will have a more point delta after this chapter, making their lead 5,448 to 5,178. And that is, I think, less than 300 points. Like 200
Hokori,
and change.
Yeah, keeping it dangerously close. Goat definitely could have got in with a bunch more points there. But it just didn't look like the cleanest play. We'll see if they can bring it back here in the mall, or if Hokori is going to be able to head into the driver's seat.
Other up-and-coming South American teams trying to make their place known in Left 4 Dead scene. So here we go live. Opening attack will be Boomer, Hunter, Smoker, and the Spitter. And like we were saying, now there is 0 special infected looking at the safe room. Now the hunter's checking it out, and they gave it up. It's up right now, Null. This would be the time to actually go for it. They made the mistake and gave it up, but they're not gonna go for it. Interesting. They should just spit right there and send the hunter from the back. It should be free, but we're not gonna see it.
All right, Hokori feeling a bit apprehensive about it. Gonna have Nick and Rochelle pushing up towards that underpass, which is where the majority of SIs will be hitting from as one drops down, as I say that. But the survivors have actually gotten a good way through. Boom comes out. Hunter spawns in, finds Rochelle. Spit a little bit late. Rochelle going to be able to run out from it. 99% flat left in the hands of Goat.
Yeah, they're able to push up. They are out in the open now. Map progression at 22%. They're not going to be able to get the tank up without clearing this event, which I think is just going to give more opportunity for damage coming out from Zyko and his Hokori. Right now they have a tri-cap with Boom. I'm interested to see if they're going to wait for them to trigger the event here now, or they just send. They're going to send. Hunter, oh, gets skeeted. The Charger misses. Jockey gets bullied. Minimal damage, but what a good attempt coming out from Hokori.
Some of the hits on the previous chapter on Goat's survivor side were worrying me for Goat a little bit. But they have had some stupendous survivor hits so far, 97.2% left. They start and then they run it back. Not all the way, though.
Yeah, this is the area I was thinking about, Null. This is where I see some teams now fight the tank. This is the spot, Null, where I see some teams fight the tank now. This is what I was talking about. Smoker, the Hunter is not cleared very quickly there, Null, but everything else gets cleaned up. And a lot of spit damage going out. But this is the area where I think they might fight tank now. I'm not 100% sure.
Come on, people, come on.
But if you see all the stuff they could jump on, makes it really difficult for the tank to grab anybody. So that seems to be where the new meta is, having to rely on the special infected to help the tank get anything. But all right, that is it for the third spawns. They do have a 4th set of spawns, but the tank will be up shortly. So it looks like they're gonna get 4 before tank now. And why don't you set it? Why don't you call it away when they go?
Jockey, Charger, Smoker, Boom. Jockey has already spawned in the side room. Survivors don't want to take advantage of that. They are letting him exist as he is for now, hopping in through the back line. Survivors turn, start firing down. 220 health left on that Jockey. Full 250 left on the Smoker as well. Boom does get cleared from up above. Charge. The forward charge, coach. It will die, though, as that charge was Zyko. Still got the Jockey Smoker.
And it will be the 8th tank of the game for Team Hokori into the hands of Zyko. And he is trying to get to high grounds with his tri-cap lurking about. The tri-cap. Healy is separated. No, look at this. Oh,
yeah.
It's so much free damage.
Yeah, and the Smoker.
And the rock. Oh
my God. The Jockey. What is going on? Oh my God!
Oh, that
what
rock
a
almost
hit!
No, what just
Tank's
happened?
not even in yet. Well, what happened was 2 survivors went way back after the Smoker. They couldn't clear him. Jockey spawned in as well, able to pull that smoke back. The rock lands as well. What is going on? Zyko's gonna have an interesting commit here. Goat is chilling in this wide open for the moment.
Yeah, he's first pass, 80% frustration. Spawns are up. Hunter goes out, gets skated. The Charger will land. The rock actually would have killed the Boomer. I wish he wouldn't have shot it. I would have loved to see the rock kill the Boomer. But that will be another attack dealt with. The damage is minimal. They do get more chip down. He is down to 77.8% bonus. Nick wants to chip him so bad. They're shooting him through the fence here. And it looks like Zyko's going to try to play this as long as he possibly can. What do you think about that?
It's an interesting play out of Zyko. I like the setup here. There is possibility for damage to come through as we're seeing it. And he is going to drop down for the commit. Smoker, Hunter, Jockey on the head. He's got Nick isolated. But, okay, we still got 2 SIs left alive. Gets the first hit onto Nick. He's blocked by the tree, but he dodges. Okay, nice hops out of him, but he's going to be cornered once again, making a third smack, finishing him off. And he had popped his pills as well. Down goes the DB. Hunter, he goes for a different target. 180 onto Ellis. Down he goes, but a whole hell of a lot of damage sunk into the team of Goat.
Yeah, that was a very wise play coming out there from Psycho, corralling him in the corner, making him pop his pills. I think if I was Nick there, I don't think I would have eaten the pills, but it actually works out in their favor because he got in-capped before the extra punch was needed. That bleed door in the corner there and all didn't get him a third punch, because if it would have landed, that DB would be down an additional 16%.
Right. We've got another hit straight out the gate. Charger wraps around double. Win the spit. Spit will not land. And Boomer even further stumbles away. The SI cappers landing, but that spit follow-up not quite there.
Nope, and they're going to be able to jump up. They should not be able to get the opening. The spit will delay this. The survivor runs right through it and just takes the damage. And he was not letting them go through that again. As I lose sight of my camera and fly through the wall into nothingness. And that's in fact dealt with.
I don't hate the decision out of Goat, but they've got another hit to deal with right away. Spit once again, trying to pull Nick into it, but it's not going to happen this time.
You know, it dips under 400, 29% left. They do have a survivor slow, which is going to reward the infected with a minimal of 3 hits, I would say. That is my guess. Maybe 3. No, I don't know. It's going to be really close if they get 2 or 3. We'll have to see what the attacks are able to do, get an in-cap or so. Here it's going to come 2-200 Charger as the caps. They're going to want to go quickly. Boomer looking for that spawn in behind. It gets the boom. They don't kill it yet. And the Hunter is now spawned. Charger trying to find something. There's nothing in between. They're doing a good job right now delaying this as long as they can. Here it goes. Charger's going to miss. The Hunter will miss. And that's going to be nothing coming out from the special infected now. Even a Boomer trying to respawn that couldn't.
Yeah. Great recovery out of Goat. They dodge the boom 90% of the way through here. Still going to have a hit. 15 seconds left on Shockwave, though. And Goat is just going to be pushing through.
This is the final turns about. And actually, believe it or not, we were talking about how many hits they would get. And actually, believe it, they found pills, so they have more bonus than they have since they started their traverse since we said something. Oh, the Hunter is unsuccessful. The Charger is. The Jockey does not get an in-cap. The Smoker runs into the safe room to hopefully get a slap on somebody. They close the door on him. And there he goes. He gets the slap. And that will be Goat making safe room with 336 points. And they further their point delta, 936 to be exact for the total, 6,384 to 5176. That is about 1,200 points. No, it's actually 1,208 to be exact.
Okay, 336 bonus locked in, and Goat has been in the lead, I think, for the majority of this match at this point, but never by an extremely reassuring amount. We'll see how many points Hokori is able to shove through. Got a lot of scary parts on this chapter, even post-tank, that Goat managed to mostly avoid unscathed. We got the first hit coming in soon. Once again, the 2-2 Hunter Smoker, they send in immediately, much quicker than Hokori did, and they find the damage. Lots of spit coming out. The smoke with the boom surrounding Coach, scratching away. Just about a 10% hit to start off for Hokori. And we'll see. There were some shenanigans that really dropped down Goat's health totals before the tank could even engage. But still, a nice response from Goat here on the first hit on Chapter 2.
All right, it's going to be a tri-cap with Spit. They're going to send the Hunter quickly. The Jockey and the Hunter find... No, actually, the Hunter and Charger find a target. Yaft, unfortunately, being picked on right now. They don't spit on him. But he is being picked on, and look at that damage now. They already took it down to about 80% even, and a kick vote comes out.
The kick vote!
Probably onto Yap there.
Yeah! I mean, this has been a gruesome chapter for Hokori so far. What a beautiful hunt spit landing, as well as the charge, getting even one smackdown. They do have a 3+1, no spit, so they take it back into the side room. Smoke into Jockey, cleared up pretty quick. Hunter gets skeeted, or insta-cleared, and boom, dies last to end off the engagement. Hokori dipping below 80% in the early stages of Chapter 2. This does not bode well for them, MK.
All right, well, let's see what they can do with this tank fight. They're going to have to be able to take it pretty clean if they want to mount that point delta or start chopping away at it. No, I would think they need to take this tank well. And I don't know what they're going to take it. I don't think they can go back to the safe room area, as they're still picking on Yaft big time right now. They get him in the spit. They scratch him with the spitter. They get him down to 10 HP. And he's going to have to pop pills and double up here, as there is a set on the ground next to that box truck. And they're going to wait till after the tank's dead. They're not going to take it now. They're waiting.
Yeah, they're backing it up, playing it conservatively. And I'm interested to see, well, I was interested to see if they were going to go for a bleed-out strategy, as Zyko went for a pretty slow tank, but with Yaft not popping the pills, that's not going to be in the equation. They send in the hit. Hunter skeeted, charge, sidestep by Yaft. Even with him going so slow, he's not going to get smacked either, and he barely limps by. 8 HP left, and he is not giving up those pills for nothing.
Now he wants to hold them. Nothing can in-cap him in one slap except for a tank. No charger, no hunter, and nothing else. That's why he's holding on to it. He's also staying back further. He's playing their shotgun. We're going to have 3 Uzis and 1 shotgun. This is also interesting and risky to do. But no, they have 2 shotguns, 2 Uzis. There's not going to be a lot of chip on this tank when he commits. They'd rather shut down the SI. We'll see how much it comes into play with them when he sends it in. Healy's tank, now take it away.
He is going to take that ledge, running it down, trying to minimize chip. He's taken about 1,000 before he even drops down, make it 1,500. Hokori running it all the way back in the meantime, and he just holds W. Got the spawn-ins from the SIs. Jockey, the smoke pulls through into a smack. Rochelle in the corner. Hunter hopping around, trying to find a target, but he dies for not much of anything. Down goes Rochelle. The rock comes out. Yaft pops his pills, and he's only got 2,500 left with all the SIs dead, so they are going to get the free pickup. Tries to queue up a rock. Oh my god! Oh, down she goes again!
What did we just witness?
Yeah, another rock. Not going to be able to land at that time. Got a boom charge. Smoke. Boom. Ooh, narrowly evaded, but that gives Healy some time for the engage charge. Oh, the smoker separation while he engages on the other 3 survivors. Rochelle runs it back. Finally gets it clear, and they're down to 460. All things considered, decently even post-tank. Am I wrong?
Oh, man, I think it's almost even. You're right, but I think right now Hokori, it's really unfortunate that Yaft got picked up and they just pick him up and the DB just went nom that fast. It's really unfortunate he can get punched through that crack in the wall because the little circle will fit through it, which means it will register. And that was just a free in cap, and that was just literally almost 50% DB just for nothing.
The hunt spit. Rochelle's in it. Does find the safety corner. Gets boomed on for her troubles.
And they are picking on her.
They go from 460 to 379. And they're not even across the tightrope yet. Gonna walk the plank. Spit once again. Is Yaft gonna choose to run through it? No. Spawn's gonna be in for GOAT. Stairwell hit, charge from below. Ooh,
how does he miss?
I have no clue. MK, but the separation, being brought down the stairwell, Jockey on the head, finally gets cleared out. And they will open the door and continue on their way, but once again, chunked out, down to 301 bonus as they pop their last set of pills.
And that will mean Goat is going to win this chapter yet again.
Ooh.
They're going to further their point delta. The question is, how much will it be by the time they get to the end? They still have 20% of the map to progress through. They have a hit incoming. Hunter looking for a target. Nick was not even paying attention. The charger lands with the spit. And Goat's going to take a lot more point delta after this one, as now they have a slow Zyko, which means they're not going to be able to get to the safe room fast. They're going to have to take at least one more. And they also have a Survivor Black and White, which I don't think they have to worry about him dying because he does have 77 temp health.
And how much of an advantage can Goat get before we start saying, uh-oh, another one comes out. They get the double boom. Smoke trying to go for a brief one. 146 bonus still in the hands of Hokori. They're losing this chapter by just under 200 at this point. But like you said, they are going to be limping through. Going to have time for Goat to get another hit lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, this will be their last chance. They'll have favorable spawns. They'll be able to spawn above them right around the second corner, right by where the safe room area is, where I think they'll go, unless they try to pick on an Uzi in the back. Nope, they're going to stay up front here. Spitter repositioning. Charger pre-spawns. Lands on his head. They do get a charge. The spit goes for the Jock guy, though, no. And it does melt the bonus down to 67. And they are going to go up another almost 300 points.
Okay, all right, MK, and you know, we've been talking about just how much there is left to play out in this game. We've already been through, at this point, one full campaign and 2 chapters of another. The gap continues to widen in favor of Goat, 2 chapters in a row on Dead Before Dawn, and we're here at a pretty integral chapter in our grand finale of the IOC.
Yes, and right now it is going to be a 540-point delta in favor for Goat. Now, one thing that Hokori does is they do have 3 more chapters, as you were saying. They do have a lot of time to mount the comeback, and only having a 540-point lead on chapters that are going to be just worth so. It's going to be 700, it's going to be 700, and then it's going to be 600. Ooh. And that's what we're going to have for the last 3 chapters. So if Hokori wants to bring this close on the finale, I would say they have to bring it within 150, because the finale just isn't worth that much. And I can only tell you now, how many times did we cast this finale together and have the game come down to a common slap or something with the last hit before the vehicle? More than once we've had that occur. The question is, will we see it again? Let's find out. Opening attack, Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, Charger. And
this is kind of a unique area, right? Because they've got this pretty important event right afterwards. So they do just send in the boom. The boom does eventually die. Smoker, Jockey, Charger. Still, they want to spit, of course, as well at this event. And we so often see this hit be worth dozens of percentage worth on the bonus.
All was before your time, but in RBT 5 playoffs, we saw a team that was leading die at this event because they couldn't handle it.
I believe it.
Yeah, sorry to my boy Kyo and South Boys, but unfortunately for them, it did happen to them, and I feel bad for it. But this is part of Left 4 Dead, and now what we're going to see here is they're going to push this little pill container all the way over to the vent to stop the special infected from using it. So this will make it a little bit more easier to funnel the special infected.
And they actually don't have a spit here. They've got they sack the boom into the quad.
Oh, they're just gonna try to land it. They're not gonna delay this at all. I think they just go for the quad and all.
I agree.
I think it's the smarter play. Well, whenever they choose to take it in, we'll let you take it.
The event has been started. They are immediately sending it, but nothing manages to land. Jockey on the head for a brief moment. Goat going to be okay. Smoke does come out, does not land onto Nick though, and they will be able to close those doors, taking some additional damage here due to commons as well as the smoke in the mix there. But they emerge with 91.1% of the bonus. That's over 1,400 bonus left post-event.
And okay, that's pretty respectable from Goat, I would say. You can lose so much more there, so they did a good job. I like where the infected are putting their spawns. They know there's nothing there, but they're not going to hit in this little area. They're just going to wait for the turnaround because the Charger can get easier access to grabbing a survivor to guarantee that spit. I do believe there was a boomer sack that I missed. No, I didn't see it, but I think Shockwave sack click.
He sure did. He sure did.
Reloading.
And look at Goat. They're gunning it through for the moment, but they've got this drop down. The pre-spawn in from Hokori. I like it. This is definitely what you want to see. Charger's going to have a hard time getting on top of the boxes. We'll see how it plays out. First survivor is down. Immediately, Jockey on the head from above. Carries him into the side. Spit is blocking. And look at all the charge smacks as well. Jockey is going to down Healy at this point. Even more damage coming out. The stumble onto Coach, so he can't get the clear. And down goes Healy. Oh, that is just disgusting.
And yes, there is a prize pool for the tournament. I'm not sure exactly what the amount is, everybody, but I do believe it's a couple $100 US, not 100%. If the admin's in the chat, maybe you can throw it in there. But this will be the 9th tank of this tournament match in the hands of Yaft for Hokori. Actually, I think I have that off. I think it's the 10th tank now.
And,
yeah, it is.
see.
It is the 10th tank, yes.
Okay.
Next is going to be 11th, and the finale will be their 12th.
All right.
Oh, what a boomer! Oh, what a rocket spawn! What a strafe! I mean, what a b-hop! And now this tank is kind of in a situation where he's in danger of being pushed. This is risky being in this room.
Wow.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go. One punch onto Rochelle, another punch, body block. He gets the punch there. This is smart. This is going to be so much DB gone now. The smoker tongue misses. He misses his punch there. Oh, he gets a quick pull. The rock misses, and this is all this tank's going to be able to get. No, he gets a smack. One more, and there is an in cap. One more rock around the corner now. And he is dead. But what a tank coming out there by Hokori. Great job getting 2 in caps. Not only did he get 2 in caps now, he let him pop the pills and knock that DB all the way down to nothing. Look at it, 9%.
9%. 37% of the HP is pretty much all that they're going to have left.
Yeah, there is nothing left but health bonus and pills. The DB is melted, and that is going to conclude it.
Oh no, and oh my, here it is. Goat starting to stumble for sure here. They do still have a decent amount, can get 1,000 if they bring it back, recover well, but you really don't want to see a hit like that on the stairwell. They make just two SIs, make it, well, actually a third. The Hunter with the follow-up even landing and getting a bunch of damage in there. Oh my, it is very risky situation here for Go. And another thing is, 2 of their survivors have to sit here and bleed out while they wait out this long event. Another hit, smoke charge, it's a spit, whoa. Oh my.
And that concludes the DB. It has now been munched away. They'll have to take 2 more hits before the door opens, but they still can get the survivors slow if they want so. If the infected can do so, but man, the aggressiveness on the chip of that tank actually came back to bite Goat in the butt as it costed 91% of their DB now and about 50-some% of their health bonus.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about on that tank. But another hit is in, and these hits have been actually landing. It's tough to make it do so. That is part of the reason why when the survivors get all the way backed up here, then it's very difficult for the survivors to make a worthwhile connection. But catching them off guard multiple times and continuing to not go down at the tank, he got into the side, preventing a lot of the chip. And like you said, survivors might take an aggressive angle, but it was too late. And the SIs were already pretty much back up. Tank gets to recommit, takes out so much. Another hit. This one will be properly dealt with by Goat, and they continue into Reno Bank.
Yeah, they're in. They needed to get a slap or 2 on Sawa, because Sawa's at 44 HP bleeding, but they're still fast. They're going to be able to blitz this choke point before they can get another opportunity for damage. But they'll get a hit in here, and no matter what, they're going to start crawling. So I think there'll be 2 or 3 more hits, depending on how successful the SI are able to find a target. And they should send it right now. Here comes the hunter from the front, making noise. Slowing down a little bit. Trying to pick him through the wall. They're going to go out in the mall. That's the last of the part there. The charger will land. They'll get the charge spit. The only thing that's good for them is that's not bonus right now, but it will be an end cap and make Sawa black and white coming out of this little turn up into the area where the malls look. I don't even know what this would be called. This theatrical supply. There, sounds good.
I love the garbage skip here as well. We've seen that be horrific in some situations, but they do get up and over. They still send in the hit. Smoke Hunt immediately dealt with. Got the charge stranded on the back line, even getting stumbled by the boom. Goat presses forward. It looks like they're still going to be able to recover and lock in 1,000. They took a ton of damage, but the DB has been long gone, and AIM and Lianke have been able to preserve 300 points worth of health bonus.
Well, let's do a little math here like we always like to do. Let's see.
Yes.
This chapter is worth 700 distance, so we'll put the distance at 6544. So they're going to need about 800 bonus in order to mount the lead onto them. It's not out of the reasonable possibility of seeing it happen, but it's going to come down to the tank fight. I think if they suffer no in caps, they can do it. If they suffer one in cap, they can cut the delta in half.
Okay, I like those predictions. In the meantime, I'm wondering how GOAT is going to approach this, if they're going to be happy with the quad as well and just sending it, or if they are going to try to find a spitter alongside for the event. Boom drops down.
Yep,
That's going to be it.
I think, yeah, they're just going to hold.
Reloading.
And I think it's a good play. Now, if we switch it back to the other side, remember, it was about, I believe, 9% that they lost trying to close the door. So we'll see how much better Hokori can take this. And
Or worse.
It doesn't look like they're going to waste any time. They're just going to trigger it. They're not even going to go in and block the vent. Yaft hits it right away.
Oh,
And it's about to be over. And they don't close it up there. The Charger isn't going to get anything. They'll just get a couple percentages. It's almost an even swap now. Slightly in favor for Hokori. Not by much, though.
right. The quad's not landing across the board. Gonna have a pretty uneventful event. And with a 1% lead, we'll see how much comes out of this drop-down area, because don't forget, Healy got in-cap there. Not something you see every day. And if Hokori can avoid that, which they likely will be able to do, then it could be a very strong Survivor squad eyeing down the tank.
Yep. And they choose not to go with everything. They just sack the boomer as well. Hokori had to take it a little slower. They're not able to get around this corner as fast. Remember, the infected can come from that closet in the side there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like the infected choose to do it. I don't even see where any of their ghosts are right now.
Me either.
They're just being very patient, not even moving. They're set up. Oh, okay. They're going to set up on this drop. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and they have everybody down here. They're not going to hit up there. Is the charger at the top? I don't even see where the charger. If the charger could be at the top of the vent, he could charge someone back and get a death charge if he gets the last person. Oh, the jockey's up there. Okay. Oh, this is such a dangerous choke point now. I don't even know where to put the camera to get the best view for this. They all go.
It still lands the high pounds, but with the jockey. Okay, so 1335 bonus left. It's over 85%. They're going to be able to bring in this tank looking healthy. 69 HP left on Grizz, 80 on Shockwave and Yaft, but looking damn healthy.
Yep, this will be the 9th tank of the game for GOAT into the hands of Sawa, as they have a hunter going in for some scratches, trying to soften up the survivors. They did manage to get Grizz down into 3 punches. All the other survivors will be 4 punches. Smoker's going in for a quick pull. Boomer goes in too just for a sack. They're not able to get anything from it except for a scratch from the Boomer, I think. No, he didn't even get that, but this will be his commit. Whatever he has next now, he has no choice but to send it in.
And they are going to have a long firing range here onto Sawa. He is just going to have to run all the way down. Going to have a jockey hunter and a charger to help him out on the side of Goat. They have already set up deep inside, so they are foregoing this chip. 1,200 points will be locked in by the survivors, making it even more, but this tank is in. 3,000 left. Spawns are ready. Hunter, jockey separation. It's a try. The hunter does get cleared. Finally, no, he can't even pistol down the tank, or the charger rather. Finally clearing out the jockey, but he's got him cornered. 2,000 health left on Sawa. This is a disaster. MK3 down. 1,600 health left on Shockwave. He's very healthy, but there's the first smack. He bounces off. Pistols all firing away at him. 250 health left. We got the spawns coming in, but he goes down. Smoker can't find it. Okay, Spitter. We've still got Aim going to be spawning in shortly with the boom. Spit onto Rochelle. The first target he tries to pick up immediately goes to Ellis. Aim climbs up, drops down with the boom. They cancel the pickup. Double boom on both the last target alive, Nick, as well as the down survivor. They will both get picked up. Hunter is the last one alive. I cannot believe Hokori looks like they'll manage to recover. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, believe it or not, I mean, it's still wild to say this, but as soon as we get the pickup here now, let's see what happens here. They're trying to see if they can get a kill here. Oh, they got to block the Spitter. Oh, that Spit could kill Grizz, and he's got to stick it. Oh, he saves Grizz, but they lose so much for the consequence. And now they're going to lose another chapter now. It's going to be another lost chapter because they lost 20-30% of the DB. They're having to stick the pickup to avoid the death.
But the smoke on the front line won't get cleared out. Coach has to run it down, finally finding the clear. And Hokori continues to ooze from their wounds. They've got 3 survivors on nothing but temp health and a very long event to follow it up.
Yeah, now they're in damage control. They have lost the round already, like we said. They have 3 in caps, which makes it even more dangerous upon the survivors from going black and white. 3 hits incoming. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, Spitter. Good set of spawns, but no smoker to alley-oop. We could see no damage coming out here as long as the survivors can focus down the spawns. And here it comes. The Hunter not getting killed. The Hunter will land, so will the Spit. So they won't avoid damage, and that takes away another 30-plus points now.
You really want to be avoiding any and all damage at this event. Their focus were split between the Charger coming up from the stair and the Hunter ricocheting in. Eventually, the Hunter will connect straight into that Spit, drops him down below 200 bonus, and the scoreline continues to slip away from Hokori. They're only down about 100, but another hit comes in. That charge going to land it this time. Not quite getting the smackdown. Smoke follow-up. Okay, they do clear up everything once again, but another 40 or so points getting through.
Yeah, at this point now, it looks like they're just going to walk in with distance alone. I don't think they're going to even be able to get any extra points because they still have 35% of the map to go through, and we're waiting for the red light to come on above the Recco Bank building so they can start progressing through the map. The spawns are coming up, and it looks like maybe the SI might even hold. No, okay, I don't know. No, they're going to full send. It's going to open now. Free Spit at the door. All spawns are shut down. And that was no damage from there. And now the crawl will continue now with 35% left of the map to go through.
Yeah, they finally hold against the hit, but guess what? They still let 19 bonus through post-hit as they're dealing with the commons, etc. And this distance is not even guaranteed. They've gotten 434 points out of it. They could get wiped here and not even get the full distance, which would put them more than 300 down on this chapter. They eventually clean up those SIs on the back line. Boom comes out onto 1, still proxying onto 1.
Zyko with the hero play there. Did you see what he did to shut that down? He ran all the way around, jumped over the map, ran all the way back through, and killed everything from behind unknowingly to protect that survivor that ran into that room. Zyko's going all out, trying to make sure he gives his team the best opportunity to win. With a couple chapters left, they're going to land a charge Spit. Actually, no, they're not, because there's an in cap going out. They'll still have a couple of straggler points of bonus. And it's going to be 42 points now. And they're going to be down almost 800 if they could hold on to this.
They are so damn slow through here, trying to hop up and over the trash, giving them some issues. Will they get up and over? Still got 2 survivors to get over. Rochelle has not gotten over. They set off the ATM, and in comes the Horde. Hunter, Charger, Jockey to help out on the side of Goat. The survivors eventually approaching. They've saved as long as they can. 5 seconds left on aim. Hunter trying to buy a little bit more time. Surely Goat isn't going to let this through. They eventually send it in. Brief. Okay, the charge does land into the wall, knocks down Shockwave, and it does look like they're going to get the full distance. Yes, but the bonus, nay.
Yep, non-existent now. It is just going to be a walking run in there. I don't think it might go up to 1 point or 2, maybe. Nope, it is completely at nothing. And we're going to have still a pretty, I don't know, man. I think that might be a good lead for Goat right now, due to how many chapters are left.
I think
Only
we
2.
can, yeah, I think we finally are at a point where we can safely say that Goat is, I'm still hesitant to say comfortably in the lead, but they have a sizable lead at this point. Hokori are the favorites to win this. They sent them down to the losers bracket where they had to fend for themselves against teams like Prominence, Supreme Stars, and Soon. They are taking it to Chapter 4. They've been in the lead since Open Road finale and have just been adding to that lead chapter after chapter. We got a 33% tank here, and we will have to see how this plays out. But what a start as a beginning to the end for Goat.
All right, we're going to see that early tank, as you said, but opening attack in the meantime will be a 2-2 with Hunter Jockey as the cappers. So this is what Hokori needed this early tank. They need to capitalize on getting the wipe so they can cut into that point delta before the finale comes up. Because remember, the finale is not worth a lot now. We've talked about this. It's only a couple hundred and not that much, so it's going to be difficult. To mount an 800-point comeback, the Jockey and the Pounce will land. They're going to get as much damage as possible. And they will sack for a quad before the tank comes up. Not bad opening attack, 3.6 to be exact. And now the survivors keep pushing. And never mind, they ran through the Despot. No, 2 more.
Yeah, I thought that was such a great beginning to the engagement from Hokori. The Jockey connecting onto the head of the survivor out in the front. But ultimately, just going to be 4%. Going to have the tank in about 5%. And it is going to be that quad. They send it in from behind. Break down the door. Jockey's already dead. Charger is too. Smoke Hunt. No. Just going to have the Smoker taking about 1.5%. They mop it up. Continue on their way. Grizz going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
Yep, this is the 11th tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Grizz, as you said. And he is not going to drop down. He does drop down quite early. And I'm interested to see. He's probably going to have to sack this Boomer. I'm sure they'd probably expect him to go stand in front of the ATM, but he's not doing that. I don't think they're going to make the mistake and shoot him. But, I mean, if he was there... Ooh. No, Boomer does sack now. The question is, are they going to be aggressive? Remember what happened last time they were aggressive? No, it didn't work out for them.
Whoa. They do step it out. Boomer saying, can I take your order? And survivors bring it out here. Okay, gotta take it back into the diner. Tension building. A little bit more chip on the Grizz. Goes second pass.
All right, here is his commit. He has his tri-cap. He loses about 1,800 at the door. He's going to commit after Ellis. No, he switches to Rochelle. Misses. Misses again. Gets his first punch. There is a 2-cap coming out. They get it cleared. The Charger didn't even go.
Charger?
Okay, and that is a dead tank. What?
Dude, the SI on the back line was about to make me lose my mind, but the Charger was asleep at the wheel. His brain powered off right before that hit came out. And despite the best efforts of the other 2 contributing SIs, that Charger was just a lame duck sitting there. They go down. They're still over 3/4 of the bonus post-tank. Goat threatening to run away with this grand finale match.
Oh, they're going in really early now. They want to make sure, actually, quad sack, if I remember correctly now. I think
Yep.
that's a quad sack.
Not sure about the smoker. Yeah, we'll see.
And they have to land this now if they want to mount a comeback, because right now, look at that bonus on Goat.
Yeah.
That is one of the highest bonuses I ever remember seeing in a long time after the tank is dead on this chapter now.
The tank was just waddling around, lost, trying to get the two isolated survivors. The SI work just narrowly gets cleared, and Goat is looking poised for success. Jockey breaks down the door, hops through, Smoker pulls through. Every day Charger, not able to find anything. It gets a smack. Wow. Sitting here in the Richardson department store, Hokori still cannot manage to make that damage come through, and they are really running out of space to do so. I mean, it's worth a lot of points, but it gets over quick, fast, and in a hurry, it feels like.
Yeah, they're going to kill the spitter off. They're going to walk the boomer in. This is going to be a quad sack.
Whoop.
And that hunter needs to get
Hello?
away, as they did plan to go for attacks, and he is gone.
24 HP.
The only thing that doesn't work out for the infected very well is that they're going to be able to take this area, and now the quad landing on the other side is highly unlikely now, in my opinion.
Reloading.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's going to be a tough quad to land. Hokori, the one team able to make a reversal of fortune happen in the most unlikely of spots, it would be them here at the IOC. We'll see if they can't turn it around. The smoke starts off, gets cleared out. Charge is going to be worth some damage. Gets one smack down into the hunt. Quick clears, though, once again, just shy of 1,000 bonus. Still in the hands of Goat. They pop a set of pills. 950 as they press through.
Wow, this is very impressive by Goat right now. They're blitzing the map with 60% of the bonus still on their person, as you said, but the last hit is about to come up here, and we are so close to, I think this match is almost in the books now. It looks like Goat might pull the upset and see what they can do. Hokori, the Charger, misses his rocket spawn. They get some free spit damage. The Charger misses, but gets a miss. And that will be safe room made by Goat, walking in with 916 bonus. What an impressive Chapter 4 coming out from Goat now.
Goat has been through some hard times, but those times look like they're over, and what a better spot for a bounce back to happen than in the grand finales of the International Oscurity Cup. Even got some cash on the line here that they are hoping to nab up with a 16-12 fourth chapter score. 9,000 points even, MK.
Yeah, and they still have one more map yet to put up more. It is not done yet. Goat.
Are we going to see the 10,000 pointer?
Goat has not wiped. They have stayed alive every chapter now.
Yeah.
And Hokori has fell twice, unfortunately for them, but they can win this round with some dominant survivor play. And the boomer will go in. They'll land the pound spit. If the hunter is not cleared yet, the jockey's going to grab him now. No, he doesn't. They'll lose 5% off the hit. That's definitely going to be favorable for Goat right now, and it is now a huge uphill battle. That incline is very, very sharp right now for Hokori now.
Yeah, locking in that 5%. The jockey tries to sneak in undercover through the wave of common infected, but Hokori too smart for that. They lock it down. Don't let that spit get any additional damage via the jockey. Nice little double boom. Charger breaks down. Hunter connects for a moment. Charge smoke. Stumble into the smoke. Still got to clear Yap. Common's wrapping around him. Okay, they break through. Here comes our tank shortly. Going to be in the hands of Lianke.
Yeah, and this is, oh, like, wow.
Whoa!
Wow. That is so aggressive. I don't know what Ellis is doing. But, oh, he gets a punch. He gets another punch. They got caught. They got caught.
My.
No, they got caught. This is going to turn out to be an enormous amount of damage because there's a survivor boom. He gets Jock, gets cleared. The hunter's jumping around. It's going to be 2 win caps. Yaft is the only one up with another survivor. If the hunter lands, oh, he does, but he gets killed. And that is 2 win caps going out only. Or not only, or
only.
I was going to say, They look like the aggression was good and all, but there was way too many commons involved. They needed to clear it before they rushed.
I respect the aggression. Okay, nice try on that charge. Spit would be blocking the pawn shop. They do just hop around the other end, but still, the aggression out of Hokori, it left them in a situation where that survivor not only got cornered, but the other survivors had to make the very difficult decision to walk all the way up the escalator to be able to help or to get any damage on the tank. They walk right into the jaws of the SIs, brings them down to 800 bonus. They are already losing this chapter, MK.
Yes, they are. It's another minimum of 200-point delta, so they're going to be down about 1,000 points if they can walk in with everything that's on their person now. And all they need to even trigger this event and wait it out for a little bit, which makes it even more difficult for them. They'll have a set of pills coming up. They're going to try to cap the ones on the top, but it's not going to work out. Then they'll try to pounce the one on the bottom instead. It gets skeeted. Beautiful shutdown there from Hokori, as they need to trigger this event and all. They haven't started it yet.
I can't help but feel
Oh, yeah,
like
they
this
did.
is,
Never mind.
this has got to be, if not the last nail in the coffin, the next to last, because they've got a good amount of chapter left to go through. They are going to set up in the back room of Richardson's. Got the 2-2, Charger smoke. They send in the spit above. The survivors drop down. Nick has to run through some spit. Smoker still alive, gets a scratch onto Yak.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's down to 764. They're going to rush up and try to push this event. Spitter's going to just hold. And they're going to have to deal with spawns now. If they have a smoker, could be a little dangerous here. They get the vent spawn. No, they're good. They're in. They're okay. They're okay. They made it. And now it's just the drop. And then one more hit and then safe room. But if we look at the scores now, let's do a quick check. It's about a 200-point difference. So, yeah. They're still going to be down about 1,000.
It's
Maybe
ready
more.
to go.
Maybe more.
And this, yeah, the jock pulls through into the spit, and he gets knocked down. He's going to stand right back up into a charge. 1, 2. Down goes Zyko. The bonus continuing to pour out of Hokori as they try desperately to finish off Chapter 4 to bring it into the finale where they hope to finally get a win. And they need a big win, not just any normal win. They need a monumental win. We've got a stairwell hit potentially. SI's trying to run it down. They wrap around. And they spawn in the back of the stairwell. Gonna try to connect onto Nick. The smoke gets Rochelle. Double cap. Finally stands back up. 434 bonus is all they got left.
Ooh, that's like a 500-point delta now.
Yeah.
This might be just out of reach altogether now. I think we're going to see Team GOAT as Nick is swimming in the fire for whatever reason. Finally gets free. The last spawns are coming up. 392 bonuses left. It's going to be a Charger, Hunter, Spitter, and Jockey. They're going to go quickly as they back up in there. The Charger lands. The Spit lands. The Jockey lands. It's more bonus going down to 305. And they're going to walk in, and they're going to be down 1,500 points going into a chapter with only 600 distance now. And I think we have a champion of the International Obscurity Cup, and it's going to be GOAT.
I think you're absolutely right. The points are mathematically there for them to be able to mount a comeback. But certainly a very, very, very small percentage of time is that going to actually happen. GOAT was worrying me there at the beginning of Dead Before Dawn. They did technically have the lead, but they were looking a little bit shaky, especially on their survivor side. That the tank on Chapter 2 immediately harkens back to mind, where they were able to get the separation with the Jockey Smoker before the tank even went for anything. But they have managed to completely turn the tables here, especially Chapters 3 and 4, locking in massive amounts of points, and they've just got the victory lap ahead in this finale. They immediately send it in. Charger, Smoker, Jockey trying to get in. Smoker does pull through, but they get the clear. 3%, very manageable for GOAT.
Yes, it will be, and I did some incorrect math, my friend. If we do a quick I health, or exclamation health, the distance of this map is only 500. It is not 600.
Wow.
So if we do math on there, that means a 1,600 point lead would solidify the win.
That's done.
And that means we are just a few points away now, and they don't have a quad to end it. But why don't you take the hit when they go?
In goes the charge, easily dealt with. Hokori, the wheels are falling off the bus. Hunter going to try to get into a hunt split. They will at least get that. But Ellis gets back up, continues pressing through. They only take a couple percentage points. Still looking way too healthy here in the finale as they continue to rack up distance.
Yep, and that will be the threshold that is passed that we were talking about. So now it is just a game for show. We have a champion that has been crowned for this tournament. But the question is, can we see the 10K dream? That'll be the next thing we're rooting for. Let's see if Goat can do it, or if we're going to just have a little bit of fun and goof off a little bit. We'll see. Boomer will land. They'll sack everything. Nothing's going to land to much amount of damage now. And they're going to push on. 526 bonus left to lose to hit the 10K dream.
Yeah, we got the math covered through and through. They were on 9,000 even. They just need that 500 bonus even to secure the 10,000 pointer. Do it for us. But they've got a number of hits left to navigate through, and they might have let up on the gas just a bit since they've locked it in. But it doesn't look like it as they deal with another hit to perfection. Charger still struggling to find things on the side of Hokori.
Yeah, he goes back for a despawn, losing down to 421 HP. He'll go for a despawn, get about 511 back. Yeah, he goes to 511, and now he'll just wait for the rest of his spawns, get some damage in before the tank gets up. And it will be the 12th game of this tournament match for Hokori into the hands of Shockwave. And he wishes this tank had a lot more meaning than it did, but unfortunately for his team, it will not. But can they wipe him out and stop the 10K dream from happening now? Let's see, as what a pole comes out, and he's not able to get it.
This is such a beautiful moment for GOAT. I mean, Hokori not only made it to the playoffs of RBT7, but they're still fighting through it. This is pretty much one of the best teams in the entire world. They've proven it at RBT7, which GOAT falling short of even making playoffs. And this is just a beautiful moment for them. It's got to feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel as they're going to be walking away just a little bit richer once this finale ends.
The boom lands. He decides to bring the car. He loses just a couple hundred HP. Not too much. The survivors are going to hide inside so they don't get hit by the car. The tank decides to leave it. The jockey will be successful in latching on. The tank gets a punch on a boom guy. He is chasing Nick down. He switches off Nick to punch the car for whatever reason. The hunter lands and a punch lands. They clear the hunter. The ink cap goes out. Charger lands too. The tank's still very healthy. He gets the rock. And that will conclude the 10,000 point dream now. It's not going to come to fruition.
Pissed myself.
I don't think it will. They still got to pick up Lianke here. Spit comes out to delay it.
Come on.
And not a bad tank from Hokori by any means. Knocks him up back up to 621. They pop some pills down to 571.
Just for you.
I mean, it can happen. They find the extra pills too. Their bonus goes back up
Look
to
at 'em.
621. They have 621 points to spare. 35% of the map to go through now. Can we see it? What do you think, chat? Are we going to see 10,000 points or not? What is the answer? Or what do you think too, now?
I think at this point we can totally see it. Just got a couple hits left. It's tough to see the damage come out. Of course, through these windy corridors, they might have some success here. But if they can just navigate this one, especially Charger, Hunter, Jockey with Spit, they could be in the clear for a 10,000 pointer, which is an achievement in its own, especially against Hokori.
All right.
Reloading.
They are taking their time. The survivors seem to want to do it too. They are taking their time. They are not rushing this. Here come the attack. The Hunter looking for a target. The Charger gets the reset. Oh, he goes all the way down. This is disastrous for their dream, and that is going to end it. No, there is no way now. They have to go through the map so far now because they got reset all the way down to the bottom floor.
Yeah, surely that will be the end of the dream there. So a slight loss for GOAT, but let's look at the bigger picture here. Winners of the International Oscurity Cup. You got to give it to them. There was a point where there were a good number of 100 points down on open road, right? But they brought that back in the finale and held straight onto it all through campaign 2. Another hit comes out, and they will officially drop below 500.
Yes, down to 485. They will keep pushing, trying to get to that rescue vehicle. They're not going to find an additional set of hills. If anybody was hoping they would be able to get back over. Actually, they did find an extra set of pills.
Oh, don't do it to them.
Well, how? I didn't even realize there was going to be an extra set of pills, but man, they are pushing. They got 510 bonus. I didn't even realize there was any more pills on this map, but that was the 5th set of pills that they found. The spawns are trying to come in. The rescue vehicle is starting to... Oh, they get the kill on the Hunter. The Boomer gets killed. Whoa. The Charger looks like it wants to rocket in. Here he comes. He can end it alone, and he will. The dream is for Nye. He's like, sorry, guys, it ain't happening. And down to 4088 they go.
Come on. I was amazed. They pressed straight forward with all the commons wrapping around the whole time. They didn't take any damage, but they will take that charge to the dome. That will officially end the 500 dream for that 10K scoreline.
Here comes the rescue vehicle. Along the way, it takes a very, very long scenic route as Whitaker is driving it. For those that want to know who's in the driver's seat, that is Whitaker's model.
Y'all crazy if you don't think this hurts.
The one, if you give the cola, he'll shoot the rocket launcher to let you go.
Shout out Whitaker.
Shout out to him. Last hit and all.
All right, Smoker, Charger, Hunter, boom. They're ready to go. Set up. Hunter lands. Smoke into the charge. No charge. Just going to get smacked there. Locked in as they get into the van and drive off into the sunset.
They will walk in with 9,934 points. No, 36 or 32, I think. We'll see what that final tally is as this car makes the way through the plows out and now leaves. And here come the points.
Cue the Linkin Park music. You know which song.
99, 32, no. What a 10-chapter score coming out from GOAT.
Yeah, it's not 10,000, but it's just about as close as you can get. They are really out here to prove a point that, with just a few variables different, they could have been in Hokori's shoes. They could have been through the winner's bracket, and ultimately they don't need to be in Hokori's shoes because they're just comfortable enough in their own, walking away with the win here in the IOC. We are going to see Hokori, of course, play out their survivor side. Hit comes out, jockey on the head, charge gets avoided. They press on.
Yes, they do. They'll lose just a little bit, less than 2% to be exact, and they'll be able to push forward without much interference from the commons. Commons are kind of getting caught up, climbing over the shelving units. Kind of normal for this map. And they do have spawns coming up before they can trigger the event, which is going to be a Tri-Cap with Spit minus the Charger now.
Reloading.
Let's see what they can do. GOAT has been giving it to him, especially on these SI sides. The smoke will get kind of avoided by dropping down around the environment. Everything else gets dealt with quite easily. Just going to have a few percent here, a few percent there. And Corey wants to finish off strong.
Reloading. Reloading.
As they push through the little building there around the corner, trigger the door to be open. Spawns are going to come up now, maybe get a hit or two before they can start progressing. Jockey up, Hunter up, Charger up, Boomer up. We're getting ready to probably send it. I don't know, no, it looks like a little undecided of what they want to do with their spawns.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, they
go for the back ones, but they miss. And what a
Jockey still
shutdown,
goes.
but I think it's a little too late.
Hokori fighting with their hearts in it still. They just don't have enough points to make it happen. They're saying, hey, let's go to a third map. Yeah, y'all beat us after 2, but let's send it to a third. See if y'all can still lock it in. Jockey hopping around, gets dealt with. And we're going to have some awkward spawn timers as we got to wait out 15 seconds from Sawa. Hokori just going to continue to press forward. On the next level in the parking garage, they send it in without Sawa. And again, not finding a whole lot. Hokori over 1,000 bonus left. If this was just a little bit closer, we could still have a match on our hands.
Yeah, that chapter beforehand when they chose to push the tank without clearing the commons now just came back to bite them in the butt. It was a good idea, just not executed at the greatest execution in my opinion.
Right.
But I know where their heart was at, and it probably would have been the right call, but just unfortunately things happen, and it was a good try by them. 11th tank of the game for Go in the hands of Linux. We'll let you finish it now.
Already getting a double smack, gets a corner onto Coach. The tanks have been out in dominating fashion for GOAT. This will be an exception to the rule, however, though. The NK eventually going to get brought down, looking like he's not going to get an in cap. Indeed, he won't. Survivor is still looking strong. 666 bonus left.
Reloading.
Post tank, and you know that was the rarity there, because these GOAT tanks have just been ripping away at Hokori.
Yes, they have been. 60.5% bonus left, 666 points to be exact. They still have about 20% of the map to progress through at this point. They do have spawns coming, and it's difficult choke point as well, but it doesn't look like they're going to wait for the boom charge spit in the stairwell. They're going to go now. They're going to get the pound spit, but the spit... Wait. Spit. Oh, there it is. It finally landed on the ground. It took forever. It got kind of hung up there. The charger lands, though. He gets a slam. 2 slams. And that will knock about 100 points off the bonus. And now it's the last turn coming. And what a tournament match this has been, no.
It's been a pleasure to watch. This easily could have been an RBT7 playoffs match. It very much meets the standards of a grand finale match. And one thing that's great is to see it was so close the whole way through, as GOAT does land another hit on the back line onto Hokori. But even though GOAT was winning most of these chapters, it was only by, sometimes not even 100 points. And it was still looking like, until the very end, GOAT still got an opportunity, or rather Hokori. Nice little hit out of GOAT in the meantime. Hokori going to be hoping to end this chapter here soon. Just got a little bit left to navigate through.
Yep, they're up at the top. One more little thing to go around as the charger tries to go for a death or a reset, and the survivors were too aware of it. Not going to happen. And now they are on the rooftop. The rescue vehicle is starting to make its way over. It'll be about an attack or two. And this will bring the International Obscurity Cup almost to a halt as the 2-cap lands out. Jockey's going for a ride. The separation is big. The jockey is still not cleared yet. And they're going to knock the bonus down under 400. And they're going to win by over 1,500 now.
Yeah, and with that, GOAT will even be winning the finale here, winning both their finales. Obviously, the first one a hell of a lot more impactful than the second. That open road finale, if you missed it, you're going to want to go back and rewatch that. That was really where GOAT started to say, we are in the driver's seat here. Did have some fumbles through the early stages of Dead Before Dawn, like I mentioned earlier, but wrapping it up in very dominating fashion as Hokori does manage to get 4 strong into that escape vehicle.
And here it goes. The GGs are out. GG well played, and we'll get the final tally. But let's do a congratulations to GOAT for winning the International Obscurity Cup, getting a W in their books, winning 9,932 to Hokori's 8,000. What's going to be 8,348. GG now. What a tournament. And what a finale to finish it off.